sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
710 ESPN. Your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side. You're in the far side.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah! Is he here? No, he's not here.
Yes.
Well, he's here in spirit. Spirit. DeMarco doing his Good Morning Football run, day 3 for him as a television star. DeMarco's on TV for a long time. For those of you that remember, he's big part of Best Damn for a million years. So DeMarco will be here sooner than later. Roars to you.
Are you out of your mind?
Probably. How you feeling, Em?
I'm feeling great.
Roars.
I got even more sleep than the night before.
How do you get more sleep? You went to bed at 8 o'clock the night before.
Yeah, I went to bed quite early.
Are you sick?
I don't think I'm sick. I think I'm just like reverting into like my baby self and just taking as much time as I can.
What time did you go to sleep?
Probably I went to bed at 8:30 the night before. I went to bed at 8 today.
Like
last night.
asleep or in bed?
I was asleep. So
What time
I'm
did you
sorry
get
to
in
say
bed?
I missed the end of the Laker game. I
Okay.
watched the
Well, you didn't-
beginning
you didn't miss
from
much.
bed.
Yeah.
I watched LeBron get his 50,000, so that was important. But
Well, you missed a lot. You didn't miss a compelling game, but you missed a lot of things that
of
happened.
course. Yeah, I've just been. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm just like,
Are you getting like it wouldn't be you're getting what, 10 hours of sleep?
I am reading a book called Invisible Woman. I know I've mentioned a couple of times before, and the data on sleep
Oh, it's everything.
that women need more than 8 hours of sleep. That the 8 hours of sleep trope is only really tested on men, and that women actually need 9 to 10 hours of sleep by data.
Okay.
And that we are more rested, more prepared for our world when we get 9 to 10 hours of sleep. And so
10 hours?
I'm experiencing that, and I'm saying actually I am pretty ready for the world.
10 hours is an insane amount of sleep for an adult.
I don't think so. I think for men maybe it is.
No. That's half the day.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's 2 hours less than half a day.
I understand how math works. I understand that 12 is technically 50%, but yeah, that's a lot of sleep. Check, maybe you're anemic or something. Make sure that you're not under the weather.
Take that for data.
Buenos dias.
Hey, buenos dias.
How was LAFC?
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah?
It's always fun, man. Like 3-0 or 3-0, like people like to say. I like to say 3-0. I don't know why we say nil.
You're a soccer person. Why don't you say nil?
No, it's not. I'm a football person, not a soccer person.
Oh, okay. Oh, is soccer a nil thing and football is a zero?
I just
Zero?
like saying zero. Zero, exactly.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, it's 3-0. Anyway.
I also loved explaining to this little girl I babysit how soccer got called soccer because she plays soccer, and I was like telling her, well, they originally called it soccer, and then they were being annoying, and then got mad at us when we started calling it soccer, and now they call it football. But the English people are the first one to call it soccer because it's from associations. It was associations, then to soccer, and then Americans started playing it, and they were like, no, it's football. I'm like, guys, you called it soccer first.
Okay, I'm done for the day. It's 9:03, and I'm done. I just learned a thing that I did not know. To be true, I had no idea that's
so
true.
they started, now they don't like it.
Yeah, that's not.
That's England.
That's one of those things. Like, I like my thing. If you start doing it, now I hate my thing, and I need to come up with a new thing. That's how.
But the crew was good
roll.
last night for LAFC. I saw Yates was there, TV splitting Yates, and we saw Laura was there, Parker was there.
Not you.
Not me, because I was asleep.
You were in bed.
DeAndre was there. Parker was there.
DeAndre, yeah.
I was there. I took my daughter. I took Maite was there. And also, speaking of soccer, my buddy Jesse Luna.
Bishop Amat.
Former Noble. Bishop Amat. They won 2-0. 2-0.
Hey, let's
To
go.
To La Costa Canyon. So they
There you
advance
go.
and they play tomorrow at 5.
Sounds right.
How many different rounds are there?
I'm looking at the bracket. There's two more rounds. So if they win the next one, they go to semis. After semis, they go to the final.
So they won their quarterfinal
Correct.
match. That's exciting.
Yeah,
that's
so,
exciting.
they go to the next one. And
How did my Arcadia Apaches do? Are we any good at soccer?
I can't see on the
Football?
bracket. Hey, Jesse,
Settle.
hit me up, man. Let me know how it goes. But congrats to Bishop Amat.
All right. DeMarco will be here in just a little bit, and he's responsible for a bizarre dream I had last night.
Okay.
So we did our Dodger draft yesterday, right? Where we, kind of the entire the genesis of our Dodger draft was based on the Sunday split squad game that they played, where they played half their guys against the A's, the other half against the White Sox. They won both games, and both teams were pretty good. And I kind of looking at it saying, both of these teams might win the NL West. They have enough good players. So DeMarco and I yesterday each drafted a team. DeMarco made a tactical error when he took Yamamoto with his second pick, leaving me a chance to scoop up some infielders. So by the time we got to the end of the draft, DeMarco was left to put a non-infielder in an infield position. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong here, he had Michael Kopech playing third base. I think that's right.
Yeah, it was definitely Kopech. I'll double-check what base he was playing.
I think it was third.
Yeah, it was third base.
Okay, it had to be third because, and here's why. I've told you guys this before. Occasionally I will have a dream where I am myself in the dream, my current self, my 50-plus-year-old self, only I am still somehow a member of my high school baseball team or my college baseball team or whatever. And they're like, hey, you need to go play. And I'm like, I can't. I'm an old man. I can't go and do this. Last night I had a dream where I was back at Arcadia High School on the baseball team, only they were converting me into a third baseman because we didn't have anybody that could play third base.
Hell no.
That was hey, no, you need to go over there and and they were hitting fungos at me hard. And I was like, basically a Gold Glove winning third baseman. I was picking everything, only I couldn't throw the ball across the diamond. I would roll it. I would launch it in the air. I couldn't throw, and I can't throw anymore. It's just my arm is just a wet noodle. It's just spent spaghetti. I got nothing left, and that is DeMarco's fault for putting that germ of an idea into my head. I played third base in high school baseball at 53 and couldn't throw it across the diamond. That's pretty normal.
Yeah, that is. I don't know what psychological things around that is.
Well,
because,
that's an easy one. That's just the weird thing that he kind of floated out there yesterday.
I'm thinking what's the deeper meaning behind the you can't throw it across the diamond?
I'm old and I'm breaking down and I can't do what I used to do.
But you can still pick it up.
But that's just like Fantasyland dream stuff because I was never a very good infielder to begin with. I could never really field ground balls effectively. Yeah. The one thing I could do was throw. And that's no longer a positive. I can't even play catch with my kids anymore. It's pathetic. I got nothing. So it's.
You can't. How far can you throw it now?
I can't throw it from third base to first base. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I can, but I would have to throw it on a little bit of a rainbow, and I couldn't throw it on a line with a little pepper on it. It would be a lollipop. And it's because I'm old and I'm getting ready and I'm checking out. And that's
don't worry, I'm old and I can still do things.
Yeah, you are. You go. Okay. Shoot, you go to bed the earliest in the whole crew. You're in bed when the sun's still up.
I was also hearing something this morning, and this makes me feel both old and young at the same time. That the offensive coordinator for the Jaguars that they hired is 28.
Yeah, I don't know if he's 28, but I know he's really young. I saw a headline.
28?
Yeah,
that's my age. I can't be offensive coordinating a football team.
Sure, look, Sean McVay was the head coach of the team at 30.
That's even.
I mean, that's
so crazy.
It's crazy. I think about it in terms of Luka Doncic and my oldest son are virtually the same age, or close enough to be wait, what? And Luka's been in the NBA for 7 years?
See, I understand athletes a little better, but being in a point of leadership like that, it doesn't sit with me.
So I was watching the We Beat the Dream Team. It's a doc on Max. And by the way, really good.
Is it? Okay.
Thumbs up, would recommend. And especially if you are somebody that is of that era, the early 90s, remembers the Dream Team, remembers those college teams like Bobby Hurley, Grant Hill, Rodney Rogers, Jamal Mashburn, Chris Webber, all those guys. It's really good, and it's fun, and it's interesting. But they're doing these cutaways to these old footage of the Dream Team, and Chuck Daly was the head coach of the Dream Team, and he was in his 50s. And I'm looking at Chuck Daly, who in these videos was slightly older than I am now, just a little bit. And he feels like my grandfather. I'm as old as that guy. Like, no, I need to start going to bed at 8 o'clock. If this is how this all goes, it is
the
a
collagen in your
disaster.
face.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm going to
readjust.
start getting my Botox. So here's where we can start with the Lakers. I'm gonna do a little dealer's choice here. We got 7 options. Here's 7 things that happened last night in the Laker game, and all of them I think are pretty darn interesting. Do we want to start with the Lakers winning their 7th game in a row? We could, because they did. Do we want to start with Luka Doncic having 30, 15, and 8? We could, because he did. Do we want to talk about Luka Doncic putting himself on a list of somebody that had 30 points and 15 assists in a Laker uniform that only includes LeBron James, Magic Johnson, and Jerry West, and now Luka Doncic, because he did? Do we want to talk about LeBron James scoring his 50,000th point? You heard me right, 50,000 points. We could, because he did. LeBron James was also named Player of the Month yesterday at 40 years old. That's about the dumbest thing I've heard in quite some time. The Lakers extended their lead in the Western Conference seeding race in number 2. And then lastly, LeBron James and Luka Doncic became the first duo to score 30 points and each knock down 5 threes in a single game. All of that happened with the Lakers
in Laker
yesterday.
history, I believe. For that one.
In Laker history. Yeah, that is bonkers. They're hot, they're good, they're interesting, they're fun, they're exciting, it's unprecedented. It is impossible to have predicted that this is where they would be. And not just, look, the Luka Doncic trade in and of itself is an impossibility. That he's here, it happened again last night. I'm watching the game like, how in the world is he on this team? I was driving my car into work this morning, and I, as we all do, I kind of looked down and see how fast I was going at one point. 77 miles an hour on my speedometer. I'm like, Luka's a Laker. And it's just, it's there, all of these different things. It just keeps popping back into your head. Like, how is this man here? And it's that is the biggest reason why there's this change in energy and change in expectation, and quite frankly, a change in the vitality of the entire Laker culture. Not just that, that this particular team, but fans, the people covering it, myself, like everybody just seems to have been energized by this. You could not have seen this coming 6 weeks ago. And by the way, they were playing pretty well. Like this run of defensive intensity in particular, but LeBron looking a little bit more spry, happened pre-trade. But the trade has just juiced this to a degree that seems almost dreamlike. This is not supposed to happen the way that it's happened.
Do you think that they are peaking too early, or are they just this good of a team? Yes,
and maybe a third yes of it might not matter, because basketball I think is a little different than baseball. Because baseball kind of ebbs and flows in a way that's mysterious. Like the Lakers are just really good. I don't know if anybody's performing at a level that's like, oh, that's not going to last. Maybe a little bit for LeBron just because of his age and his, laps around the track, but that LeBron James continues to play well shouldn't surprise anybody.
And you think that Luka's only going to get better?
I think this is I think we finally turned the corner. I think that he's looking he's dancing on the sidelines after knocking down threes now. Okay, he's clearly starting to feel pretty good about where he is. But let's do this coming up next. Let's talk about how we got to where we are. Let's talk about him being here and where he is in his progression to where he might get to by the end of the season. DeMarco is on his way. It's all coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right, GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BB Go for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
and a passion for helping people. If you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gat today. 818-917-5256 or avnergat.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gat. Your claim, our game.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HIM to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HIM to 321-321. That's HIM to 321-321. The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
No, you wouldn't be comfortable being the B.
You keep saying that. I would love to be the B. The B is like the best gig in the world.
Right, but you won't want it.
I will take it.
You always say if there's a spotlight, you want to be in it.
Right, but
the very first thing you said to me when we started is there are generators and there are reactors. I am not a reactor. I'm not any good at it. I'm never going to be the reactor.
Who's the bigger star, Ernie or Shaq? The analysts are the stars. The B's are the stars.
No, but that's because those guys are bigger stars because they played in the league.
But they're also bigger personalities.
Who's a bigger star, Penn or Teller?
Well, the one that doesn't talk is obviously not a star.
Yeah, the bigger guy.
One guy has never said a word.
Yeah, but he gets all the good jokes.
That's who should replace you.
Yeah. Somebody who doesn't say a word.
Give me Teller.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, next at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
This is very cool. ESPN LA is proud to support Children's Hospital Los Angeles during their 10th annual Make March Matter campaign. CHLA is a leader in breakthrough treatments and research and committed to helping every child thrive. ESPN LA will be auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences, and all proceeds will be donated to CHLA. Stay tuned tomorrow for more information only on 710. There's some really cool stuff that if you are interested in, you can bid on and get to experience, and all the money goes to CHLA. And this is it's great for a variety of reasons because a lot of kids will get some stuff that they need. My wife Susan is a RN and worked at CHLA for a long time, and they do incredible stuff over there. So that's I'm very excited to get a chance to participate in all this stuff, and I get to participate in some of the cool experiences. So stick around for some details, and you'll get more and more of the details tomorrow. It should be absolutely fantastic. Em, do you need to leave and take a nap?
I just saw Jorge on the break. I was like, I could sleep right now. Sleep has never been an issue. Are you
sure you're not sick?
I'm not sick.
Okay.
Could I be sad? Maybe.
Could you really fall asleep right now?
I could fall asleep on the floor right now during the show. I could fall. So here's, my mom likes to tell a story about me. When I was brought home from the hospital as a baby, it's June in Virginia, so it's hot, and the AC in our home had broken.
Oof.
And so, coming home from the hospital, newborn, they already have a 2-year-old in the house.
Yeah,
and
that'd be Claire.
That'd be Claire. Shout out Claire.
What up, Claire?
I slept for 8 hours. Coming home from the hospital as a newborn,
sweaty little baby for 8 hours.
Sweaty little baby. I slept for 8 hours, and I always slept. As a kid, I would ask my mom, "Can I go to sleep now?" Like, I just have always been. It's never been an issue for me. So yes, I could fall asleep. Currently, I could fall asleep at any moment, anytime. We have DeMarco.
You made it. Here comes Mr. Farr. Let's see. Have you got your TV makeup today?
I do. You got the hair on?
Let's see. You have your hat on, which makes me think they might not have given you hair in a can, or did they?
No hair in a can today.
Okay,
yeah.
your hair canless.
See, you're
today.
an 80s baby like me, or 70s baby into the 80s.
Yeah.
Guess what my makeup stylist's name was today?
Jennifer.
Nope.
Heather.
Nope.
Melissa.
Cher.
It's a name you're going to remember, and you can remember everything around it. You ready?
Yeah.
Tawny.
Tawny Katane.
Yeah, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And she's a rocker.
Oh, yeah.
So
she had
we
the big hair, like the 80s hair?
Short hair, cut
Okay.
it, but it used to be long.
Yeah.
So she became a mom and cut the big hair.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Tawny. Yeah, not a lot of Tawny. Every girl in my high school was Jennifer or Heather.
Yes.
That was.
Yeah.
They were all Jennifers and Heathers.
Mine
spells her name with an H, so it's a different way of spelling
Tawny with an A. Where does the H go?
I have no idea. When
Yeah.
she said that, I'm like, I like
It's
your parents.
silent.
Yeah, like could be anywhere.
It starts it off.
TAWHNEY. TAWNEHEY.
Another funny story with H's is my little sister Sarah. She spelled it SARAH.
Yeah.
And so she was, I want to say, probably 6 years old at the time, maybe younger than that, 5. And someone said, who hadn't met her before, "Oh, do you spell your name with an H?" And she goes, "No, S."
It's with an S. Yeah. Yeah.
Hilarious.
H is silent.
Have you guys
pretty
seen that
great.
clip of Family Feud where like name something with the letter H, and that fool says
Jose.
Oh,
Also a great
my
one. Great
God.
one.
The look
With
on
a straight
Steve,
face, I
the
bet.
look on Steve Harvey's face is amazing. Like Steve Harvey's really good
Yeah.
at Family Feud. He just
I'm so disappointed in you.
his
Yeah, right.
responses to terrible answers are what make that show great.
Oh, my gosh.
Name something that starts with H.
Jorge.
Jose.
Jorge. Speaking
Jorge.
of that, so the driver
Jesus.
today. The driver today was named Lewis, and I
Luis.
said, "Is it Luis or Lewis?" And he goes, "It's Lewis." Tell Jorge my name is Lewis. I kid you not, not Luis.
LEWIS.
Well,
LU.
I was going to say, oh, like St. Louis.
Louis. Lewis.
Like St. Louis.
Yes.
Because there could be Lewis like Lou Alcindor
Yeah.
was Lewis Lewis.
And Lewis and Clark.
I
Lewis
checked
and Clark.
right out. I said, "What's your name again?" Lewis. I said, "Is it Luis or Lewis?" He goes, "Tell Jorge it's Lewis."
That's
What
great.
about Lois?
Lois?
Lo-
No, definitely a Lewis.
Your last name Lewis.
How was TV?
Fun.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Did you guys
Did you talk about me?
with Kyle? With
Okay.
Kyle Brandt, I did. Yeah. Really fun
no.
back and forth with him. I didn't know he started as an actor.
Yeah, he's on Days of Our Lives.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
His first gig was an amputee soldier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? His first thing, maybe like his first role, but he was on The Real World.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, and Jamie, who kind of is the point guard of the show.
Okay.
Great. She's great at what she does. Great football.
Jamie Erdahl.
Jamie Erdahl. Great football take. She told me make sure to say that before I say the next thing. Okay, so we did the show 2 hours, and then we kind of have to sit because they run it back again.
Okay.
For different affiliates.
Yeah.
So she spent at least an hour getting this TikTok right.
What's the TikTok?
Whatever, something from The Office.
Okay.
Like she was mimicking Mindy Kaling, and she had to get it right. So Cody Kessler, the quarterback, is her
He's a
cameraman.
videographer?
Nope, not right. Do it again. Nope, not right. Do it again.
You don't know what it was?
Nothing. Something like
I'm
that.
looking it up now.
Yeah,
Jamie
look it up.
Erdahl.
Nope, do it again. Nope, do it again. Oh, it was so funny. But yeah,
That is funny.
We talked about Saquon getting more money.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Well earned.
Well earned.
Yeah.
But a lot of pressure on him now.
Sure.
To perform going forward because you could reset the running back market or you could set back the running back market.
Yeah.
Right. So
well,
a lot of
it's
that.
one of those things. Saquon's responsibility in that moment is to Saquon.
Yes.
Go get what you need can get for you. Whatever happens to the running back market, quite frankly, is not your problem.
He's the exception.
Yeah.
If he's the special.
Go get it.
Yes.
Get every last penny that's coming your way.
Pay for special.
Yeah.
And the other thing that came out last, right before we left, was Brock Purdy was offered 45
mil. Yeah.
Me and Cody were like, you take that. Because there was an or to it. If you don't take it, they can make you play out the deal at 5.2. And then and then good luck trying to get that on the open market. We're like, take
Especially
that
if
now.
he has a bad year. Look, Debo's gone, CMC's a little nicked up, and we'll see what happens. George Kittle's a year older. Like there's a scenario where they're not a great offensive team next year.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden that 45 is 35.
Take the cash.
Yeah,
take the cash and figure it out later. Yeah,
especially, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to him. Especially if you're Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
You weren't the first pick in the draft. You were a guy that's kind of, I don't want to say stumbled into it because he earned what he got, but there's a world where he turns back into a pumpkin.
No doubt. And that's a significant
go get it.
raise. That is generational money. What was the other thing? Oh, this is really terrifying. I don't know what's the scariest thing in your mind? Like Just scary. What do you think is terrifying to you?
The moon crashing into the earth.
The moon crashing into the earth.
Losing my job.
Okay, same.
Two different angles on that question.
Yeah.
Equally terrifying. Okay, from a football perspective, are you ready for this? Think of the Philadelphia Eagles and how dominant they are on both sides of the football. They could actually add Myles Garrett.
I've heard this.
I hope David Stern steps in and stops that. Really?
I don't think he can.
Really?
For a variety of reasons.
Right.
Oh, my God. If you added Myles Garrett, why were we even playing?
Well, let him go get Myles Garrett. We'll get Devontae Adams and let's go.
Okay.
Let's see what happens next.
But that would be so punishing.
Yeah.
They could forget it. That was just scary.
Someone needs to stop him.
Huh?
Then someone needs to stop him from getting it.
And Kyle Brandt threw a fit about the tush push.
What about it?
About somebody saying they need to abolish it. Like, he hates it.
It was the Packers that want to get rid of it, right?
Yeah. And I'm with him. I get it. It's a play you can't stop. And it seems like, we can't stop it, so,
You know
get
why?
rid of it.
You know why I don't think it should be abolished?
He's never stood in front of a snowplow and tried to stop it.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah.
There's only really one team that does it.
Yeah.
Like, if it were a play that all 32 teams in the league were able to run, and it just became, now we're playing in a league where it's 1st and 7.5. Right?
Yeah.
Instead of the 1st and 10. Because 1st and 10 is just about perfect. It's pretty hard to get 10 yards in this league. But to get 7, not nearly as hard.
Right.
Right? So, but it's just them.
Yeah.
They clearly, I don't know if it's because of the O-line, because of Jalen Hurts, all of the above, probably that. But this isn't a flaw in the system. This is that the Eagles are really good at a thing.
I think if any professional team practiced it and made it a part of their thing, they could do it too. They're
Why
still
don't they
pros.
do it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how.
Seems like a pretty big advantage for the
I don't know
Eagles.
how they practice it. I really don't. I need to go out to practice and see how they do it. But if any team focused all their efforts into doing it, you could do it. You could do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It helps to have Jalen Hurts as your quarterback. But yeah.
Okay. I get that it'd probably be a risky play to practice because of what it is. That you got that giant scrum of bodies. Absolutely. But look, what did I just say? If you could say to me, hey, listen, you want to be 1st and 10 or you want to be 1st and 7.5?
1st and 7.5.
I'm taking 7.5. Let's practice this a little bit and see if we can get nearly as effective as they are because it's been a game changer for them.
3rd and 3 is a makeable down.
Yeah.
Just hand it to the guy and push forward. You'll
just
get it.
do it twice and you're going to get the 3 yards.
Right. Start again. Yes.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Why not practice it? I get the injury component, but if it's that big of a difference.
If you've got enough guys to be committed, because if you want to do that full speed, you have to tell a scout team unit you're about to get mashed. And you have to tell your O-line who's coming off a Sunday, we need to practice this full speed. That's not something you want to do on Wednesday and Thursday.
I get that.
But if you get the guys to commit to it, every team could do that. The Niners could have done that easily.
Okay,
in any era.
I'm stuck, though.
Yeah.
It's clearly given Philadelphia an advantage. They've practiced it. It's worked. It's paid dividends. Why not do it?
That's a great question.
If you're telling me that everybody could, why not? What are we waiting for?
Well, not everyone could do it. You have to have the O-line for it. Let me get that right.
Okay.
Some bad O-lines can't do it.
Okay, let's say half the league could do it.
Like the Niners.
Yeah.
Good O-lines could probably do that if they commit to it. But you've got to rep it, and you've got to rep it right. That's just part of who you are.
Give it a shot. I mean, I get the fear of, since you mentioned the Niners, that Trent Williams is out for the season because they were practicing the tush push. That would be a catastrophe.
Yeah.
But if you could implement it, now all of a sudden we're the second team that's playing 1st and 7.5. It's a pretty big deal.
True. The funny, I met a safety today that's about to go pro, and he hopes he goes to Baltimore. I hope for his sake he does too, because they value defense. I told him in Baltimore, it's the only place where they celebrate a 3rd down stop more than a touchdown. They love defense.
They do.
The first time that tush push gets stopped, the place is going to go nuts.
Yeah.
It
gets stopped once or twice a season.
Yeah. But I mean, stopped in a big moment.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Luka, LeBron, big night, 7 in a row. How's Luka Doncic on the Lakers? We're going to break it down next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The King keeps making history.
Cross court to LeBron. 3 for 50,000. It's good. LeBron goes over 50K, and the crowd comes to its feet.
50,000 career points for LeBron James, becoming the first NBA player to ever do it.
50,000 regular season and playoff points combined.
Another milestone for the King.
LeBron James.
And you heard it all right here
on 710 ESPN.
Hey
guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming LAX.
The best thing about owning a Cadillac Lyriq is owning a Cadillac Lyriq. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Lucky gift giveaway. Get a 4.5 quart ceramic sauce pot when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 11th.
Number 2.
Get your Good Times Pizza Company pizza to go today.
And the number 1 reason.
Ricky Smiley, live March 29th. Get tickets now.
Morongo, the best casino resort in the Southland. Good times.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HIM to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HIM to 321-321. That's HIM to 321-321.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
ESPN LA, the Lakers and BBGO are teaming up to find the Lakers Gafote, the greatest fan of all time. Are you the Gafote? If so, you could win the Ultimate Fan Package, which includes courtside seats and a year's supply of BBGO. If this is you, go to LakersGafote.com. That's LakersGafote.com to learn how to submit your entry. I don't know if these guys would qualify for the Lakers Gafote or not, but some big-time celebs at the game last night.
I saw Puka.
So was Puka there? Puka's there almost every night. Puka's there a lot.
Jaden Daniels was there.
That was a couple nights ago. Unless he was back again last night.
Who was there last night?
Leo was there.
No way.
Tobey Maguire was there.
Ooh.
Orlando Bloom was there.
Ooh.
Like they had some big actor people at this game last night.
Sounds about right, right?
But
yeah.
Pelicans? Like the Knicks come tomorrow.
Nah, it ain't the Pelicans. It's the Lakers.
The Knicks come tomorrow. Like usually, like when you would see Denzel and Jack and Leo and those guys, it's usually the Saturday afternoon ABC game against the Warriors. It's like, okay, this is a show. Everybody shows out for that. This was a Tuesday night against the Pels.
We left in the car. We left SoFi and hooked a left around the Forum. And Lewis was talking about, he's a Laker fan, talking about how much he loves Cat. Louis, how much, you got me, how much he loves Kareem, right? And we were talking like the Forum used to be the joint.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Forum
fun in
Club,
the 80s.
too.
Yeah, the Forum Club. You know what I'm saying?
Only got to go once.
Fun, though, right?
But I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was a kid.
But it was the aura. It was the heat. It was the energy from the building and from the team. It's starting to build again. It's starting to be attractive. Like if you are, and I hate to say it because everyone is somebody, but if you are somebody, you want to be here and be seen.
Yeah.
Because the Lakers are providing that excitement right now.
It's the spot.
It's
for
coming
sure.
back, yeah.
And the spot is more the spot than it's been in quite some time, mostly because LeBron has elevated his game to like peak LeBron. He looks like MVP LeBron again. Player of the month last month, which is just unbelievably impressive considering all of the circumstances. But it's also because Luka Doncic is here. And I know we did this yesterday. I know we've been doing this virtually every day since they made this deal. But can I just take a half a second and kind of run through some of the circumstance? Like I've been trying to think of this. That Luka is here doesn't make any sense. It still doesn't make any sense. And every time I see him, and especially last night, he starts making threes and dancing and just killing people. Last night, I think what was the final line? 30, 15, and 8. It would be like if the Angels, after 4 seasons of Shohei Ohtani and a couple of MVPs, traded him to the Yankees for Giancarlo Stanton and some minor leaguers. And everybody's like, wait, what? Why did you do that? Well, he's going to be a free agent eventually. Okay. He's the best guy in the league. Why did you do that? Because. Why did you do that? And there's no explanation for it. And that's where we are with Luka. Because it's getting worse by the day. The Kyrie thing happened yesterday, DeMarco, right?
Yeah.
Kyrie's done for the season, which really shoots a hole in the
Toward
side
the ACL,
of that
right?
Maverick boat, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Anthony Davis has been down more or less from the moment he got there. He played for a hot second, and he goes down. Luka has literally gotten better every single game that he's been a Laker. Like, you can just see he's rounding into form. His wind is getting a little better. He's getting more and more comfortable. It has revitalized LeBron James to the point of LeBron looks and probably should be at least in the mix of MVP candidates. LeBron wins the Player of the Month. Phoenix all of a sudden is they won a game last night. They're closing the gap on Dallas in that number 10 spot in the Western Conference. Everything that can go wrong for Dallas, they're raising their prices in Dallas for season tickets. It is a catastrophe of epic proportions, and the Lakers reap all of the benefits.
Yeah, watching Luka play and round into form, he's starting to look like Luka again. And
yeah, he is.
I was interested in J.J. Redick's comments at half and post game, and he said, I like the words he uses.
I do too.
That Luka continues, or he controls the game. He manipulates the offense. Everything is going through him, and he's starting to look like a special player. With you, man, I heard they put Nico Harrison on the injury report. Did you see that?
No.
Was that real?
I don't know.
I don't think that's real.
But it was apropos and funny.
It's probably NBA Central.
It's a good burn.
It is.
Yeah.
Nico Harrison brain. That's what they put on there.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's NBA Central.
It doesn't make sense at all that Luka is here, but I don't care. He's here now.
Can I break this down even further about what's happened over the past month? So this is a tweet that kind of laid it out. So I'll do this quickly. February 1st, Mavs trade Luka to the Lakers. February 2nd, Nico Harris's press conference. February 4th, Luka Doncic introduced by the Lakers. Also on the same day, Mavs trade Quentin Grimes to the 76ers. February 7th, Mavs introduce Anthony Davis. February 8th, Anthony Davis debuts, dominates, then gets hurt. February 9th, Dirk Nowitzki attends the Luka's debut. February 9th, Mavs eject fans for saying fire Nico. February 12th, SMU section chants fire Nico with Harrison in attendance. February 15th, Mavs assistant Daryl Armstrong arrested for aggravated assault. February 21st, the infamous Mavs music video with players edited out. February 21st, Dirk talks the first time to the ticket and talks about how weird it's all been. February 25th, Luka makes a debut in the Mavs and leads Lakers to a victory with a triple-double. February 28th, the new Luka Doncic mural unveiled in Dallas. March 1st, Quentin Grimes scores 44 points for the Sixers. March 3rd, Mavs raise ticket prices by 8%. March 3rd, Kyrie Irving goes down with knee injury, heroically stands to knock down both free throws, but then leaves the game. March 4th, Kyrie Irving officially diagnosed with a torn ACL in the left knee and ending in the 2024-25 season. So that's everything that's happened to the Mavericks this past month.
That's in the last 33 days.
Oh my God, that's terrible. That is terrible. I'm not rooting against the Mavericks. I got nothing against the Mavericks. I hope they get healthy and actually make a run at things, because I don't think you ever recover from this.
No, it's a fatal blow.
Yeah.
It's I don't have ill will towards the Mavericks because whatever, you know, but it's a fatal blow. It's the sort of thing that can torpedo your franchise for decades, if not longer.
Yeah, you may not come out of this.
No, you may not come out of this.
What are the stages of grief? Because I think Luka's in the PO'd stage now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You didn't want me.
Yeah.
You didn't want this?
Right.
Bang, 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 bang.
Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. So he's in anger.
He's in anger. And stay there for a while.
Yeah, he can stay there for as long as he wants, because
absolutely.
It's starting to look like we all hope it's going to look.
And LB, stay out of the way. Stay out of the way. Just do what you're doing and let Luka do what he's doing. Don't try to steal the show.
I'm telling you, if you said what is the best case scenario for LeBron and Luka playing together? What does it look like? It looks like this.
Yeah.
Like it really does look like this. They play so well off of each other. And what you were saying a second ago, DeMarco, about J.J. Redick saying how how Luka's able to manipulate the offense. And just last night, but this has happened in every game that he's played, but just last night, how many different times to where Luka kind of does that little stutter at the top and he gets his guy on his hip. The next thing you know, he's going to the hoop. One additional defender, sometimes two additional defenders crash on him. He kind of goes up, gets them, and all of a sudden he kicks it out, and there's somebody, frequently LeBron James, wide ass open behind that 3-point line. It must have happened 15 times. Like he had 15 assists or a lob to Jackson Hayes. He's able to get his teammates so many easy shots, and one of those guys is LeBron.
I saw this online. It said Jackson Hayes is addicted to lobs, and he is. He is.
I think anybody playing with Luka would be addicted to lobs.
He's going to feed you. He's the pusher. But just he is. He's the absolute pusher. And the other thing, Zion looked pretty good.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, Zion looked pretty good. Zion is not ready to call it a career yet.
Oh, yeah,
he's not going to let you write him off.
I want to talk about Zion because he was really good last night. He's still super overweight.
Big dude you can't stop.
No, but he never plays, so who cares?
But in the right environment.
Sure. How many years has he been in the league?
Forever.
Yeah.
But in the right environment, right team, and he's motivated, that could be a weapon for somebody.
I think there was I don't know if I'd say it's a red flag, but a pink flag perhaps last night. Zion Williamson had, where's the number here? Hold on a second. He had 17 baskets in the paint last night.
Yeah.
17. Which means, now, again,
that could help somebody. It's not going to do it by itself.
I could care less. He's eating his way out of the league, and that's going to happen. He never plays. I'm completely disinterested in him as a future star in this league. But I think last night, because you're right, he was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And he was able to get to the rim at will.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because when he's going, he's really good, which he is, or that is a flaw in the Laker plan.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. You don't have a big.
You don't have a big or someone who can defend somebody like that. So if Zion, and I guess Zion's kind of a unique combination
You're not
of
going to
things.
see that, yeah.
But guys that can put it on the floor and kind of bully Jaylen Brown can kind of do that.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Tatum can kind of do that. That some of these other bigger wing players can do what Zion is able, maybe not quite the same way, but 17 baskets in the paint, that's
like
a ton.
Not like beasting you like that.
Yeah.
For somebody, a contender with a coach that could keep him, just like Luka.
Yeah.
If you bring out the best in him, that could help somebody win.
I was far more interested in what it meant for that, because it just a good player had a really good night, or is that there's the soft underbelly of this Laker defense. I think that is because Jackson Hayes has been so good for them.
You know,
he's been so good for them, but he's not a rim protector in the classic sense.
No, but
That's
when
not
they
what he
say
does.
the Lakers are in need of a big, and I always say this, the Lakers need a big, and Jackson Hayes is standing right there. That's got to fire you up. To play whatever your best game is, I hope it brings it out.
Look, he's been terrific.
He has been.
But that's not what he does. Like, you can't ask a Ferrari to be a F-150.
Nope.
Like, he's
you can catch this lob.
He's got a skill set, but that big body that protects the rim, that's really not him. So I'm curious.
And Finney Smith, I see it. Vando, I see you.
All of them.
I see you.
All of them. Now, of course, they've got a schedule coming up that starts tomorrow night against the Knicks that is a little bit different than what they've been seeing of late. We'll get to that coming up at 10. But coming up next, the Far Side with Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr. I just want to make sure I want to stay in shape.
I like the way that rolls out.
When Roland comes back. I need to exercise that muscle so when he's back, I know how to do it. That's coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about Prize Picks, right? Prize Picks last night, Luka, bam, more than it hit. That's how you do Prize Picks. You look at the statistical projections, whether it's Luka, whether it's LeBron, whether it's Zion, whoever it is, and you pick more or less. You pick two or more players, and you could win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. But you can't win if you don't play. So put the Prize Picks app on your phone. Put it on your phone, and when you're signing up, use the code 710. And when you do that, Prize Picks is going to give you $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win the $5 lineup. The $50 is guaranteed. It's awesome with basketball. It's great with baseball. Baseball's got a bunch of cool things you can do where you can combine hits and RBIs, home runs, and steals, all of these different things. It's a super fun way to do what we're doing already, which is watching these incredible games. So put Prize Picks app on your phone. Use that code 710. Prize Picks. Run your game.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right, GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BB Go for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
$800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-494-6139.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
It was a blast today on Good Morning Football to tell the story of how I got 75 for the Rams.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard that story?
You
with
told
Deacon
me that
Jones?
story. It's terrific. Yeah.
It was awesome.
He was on the lawn chair out front.
Lawn chair.
Yeah.
And I misspoke. The equipment manager's name is Don Hewitt.
Okay.
I had the son, Todd. So for a while, the Rams equipment job was being held by one family.
Oh.
Don Sr. on down to Todd was going to pass to his two sons.
It's a legacy
and then
family.
The team moved. But he was the guy I actually went to and asked, can I have 75? Now, mind you, this guy's been around football for like 50 years.
Sure.
So he knows the game. And he looked at me like, do you know what you just asked? Right behind him is a picture of the fearsome foursome. Oh, my God. I just asked for Deacon's number. So I had to go out and ask him. And, you know, when you get to the quarterback, make sure you...
Can I interrupt
Go ahead.
real quick? Shoot. I know you know, but I need to
Yeah.
kind of quantify this. Did you really know who Deacon was? Like
Absolutely.
you were fully aware of his impact in the league and his...
Yes,
Okay.
but I grew up...
But you still thought, I'm going to do it anyway.
This is the other part of the story. I grew up in the East Bay.
Yeah.
I am a Raiders fan.
Right, Howie.
Howie is my guy.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I want my number Howie number.
Sure.
Oh, God, I'm playing for the Rams. I just asked Deacon for Deacon's number. Oh, I feel stupid. I almost apologized, but I stood on it.
Okay.
I want my number.
I respect that.
So go out, ask this guy that's sitting in this lawn chair if you could wear 75. Turns out it was Deacon Jones, right? He sits up like the Undertaker. Hey, what's your name?
Yeah, Deacon's the
DeMarco
best.
Farr, University of Washington. I just made the team. I'm very happy, sir. It's very nice to meet you. You know, I would like to wear 75. I've worn it my whole life. I would like to wear it here. Mr. Hewitt told me to come ask you. Well, are you any good? I'd like to think so, sir. All right, well, I'll tell you what. Make me a promise. What's that? When you get to the quarterback, you put his ass in the graveyard. Not the hospital, the graveyard. Okay, sir, I'll do my best. No. If I see anything different, I'm taking that number back. The graveyard. Now go tell Don to give you 75.
That's awesome.
One of the awesome moments of my life. It's just special, great, and from then on, I had to keep that. And then once I stopped playing, they retired it.
Yeah.
And Deacon came back to St. Louis and said his goodbyes right before he passed. It was so awesome, so weird.
Yeah.
So when they say DeMarco or they refer to me as 75, no. That's Deacon's number. I just borrowed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of those emotional moments. I'm getting choked up now thinking about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, really cool.
That's really great. And Deacon was obviously he's a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah.
But he was a Hall of Fame personality. Like
Yes.
he wasn't just a guy that had a bunch of sacks and coined the term head slap and all that. Like he was a larger than life personality. I was very fortunate to get to spend a decent amount of time with him. Like I got to know him a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I spent days with him.
Wow.
And he was, and it was, he was an older guy at this point, but still super intimidating.
Oh, yeah.
And just
For real.
And for real.
For real.
Like, you're looking at him, and at this point, I'm in my mid-20s, and he's probably in his late 60s, and I'm like, this guy would kill me.
Yeah, he can still float the jab.
Like, yeah.
yeah.
Funny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I heard stories about him when they put him in the booth.
Oh,
calling Rams games.
Yeah, that probably wasn't a great
funny though.
Yeah.
So Deacon, what happened on this play? Well, I tell you what, they wouldn't have scored if that defensive end would have grabbed the quarterback by his head and ripped it off his body. See, if you decapitate the quarterback, they can't score touchdowns. Silence.
So good. So good.
Cowboys 7, Rams nothing.
He used to show up at our events. We used to do the tour stops when I was working for Jim, and Jim would, pack places. Like, we started doing it at bars, then we started doing it in arenas and things like that, and we'd get some people out for those things.
Yeah.
And Deacon would come out. And again, most of the people that would come to these events had no idea. I don't want to say they didn't know who he was, but they never saw him play. I never saw Deacon Jones play.
Younger group.
Right.
coming.
I just, it was before my time. But by the time it was all over, he had him in the palm
They loved
of his
him.
hand.
You know, I actually replaced him on the Best Damn Sports Show.
Did you really?
He was the original. There's the original group. I replaced him.
Who were the original cast? Was Chris Rose the only one that was there through the whole thing?
He was there. Jim Lampley was actually going to be the guy. I think he turned it down or could not do it. And then that gave way to Chris Rose. Reggie Theus was there before John Sally got there. Kruk is original. Michael Irvin was supposed to be on the show.
Wow.
But Deacon was there. I replaced him. Funny stuff, right? One more thing.
How was Reggie Theus?
Interesting.
Okay.
You've been in production meetings on TV, right?
I have.
Okay. It was the first time I thought a talent and a producer were going to throw hands.
Okay, you've never told me the story. I want to guess. The producer had an idea that Reggie Theus did not like. The producer said, we're going to do it. This is my show. I'm the producer. And Reggie Theus had a problem with that.
Close. Very, very close. Same. It's ego-driven, right?
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
The producer said something I never thought and never heard since, and it was a mistake. I think he's still around. He might be listening to the show. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
But they were asking for ideas, and Reggie was giving his, and the producer said, Reggie, that's stupid.
No, it's the bad answer.
Bad answer.
Yeah,
and
that's not how you do that.
Bad answer. Bad answer.
Yeah.
It went from
Jose.
0 to 1,000 in a hurry, and we tried to change the subject, and he kept saying, don't call me stupid.
No, that's something to clear up.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was going to either clear it up or clear the room.
Yeah. That's something you get because you got to make it known at that point we're not doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That was funny. One more thing.
You know what you could say?
Go ahead.
I don't know if that's going to work today, Reggie. That's fine. Let's come back to that another time, Reggie.
I can't even remember the topic, but
Yeah.
it was just like, and the producer was a guy. He
Doesn't
was very
matter.
efficient,
Yeah.
very fast, and I think
That
Reggie took too
stupid
long.
is not the answer.
Not good, and
Yeah.
it never happened again.
I bet it
never
didn't.
happened again.
Well, me and Travis come to blows every day.
That's
almost,
right.
So, yeah,
that's
we
right.
almost fight every day.
So one more thing, since this is the far side, right? How much more of the far side do we have?
Keep
we got as much time as you want.
Okay, I realized something about you.
Oh,
working with Kyle Brandt, right? Really? No. This is good.
Okay.
This is good. It seems like all roads lead to Rome.
A lot of them.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Everybody's either worked for or in that orbit.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Well, he is one of the. If you're doing a Mount Rushmore of what we do for a living, he's on it.
Unbelievable.
And he's probably the face on it when it comes to sports.
Okay.
That he was the first one to do it like that. He was the first one to say crazy stuff. He was the first one to stand on crazy stuff. He was the first one to just go at everybody and didn't give a damn.
Hard.
And then
Yeah.
everyone else started to follow. Like a lot of people do it now. It's not quite as innovative as it was, but this was 30 plus years ago.
I told this to Kyle. I thought he had, maybe they were at the same time, but it was him and Scott Farrell.
Yeah.
That would come at you. It was a different sort of radio. But I'm like, how so many people have worked for Jim
Farrell
Rome?
on the bench.
No doubt.
Yeah.
The only guy, and Marshall Falk, and I keep saying this, he was
yeah.
one of the best players, if not the best player I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
As far as football intelligence and can do it all.
Yeah.
Run inside, run outside, catch the ball, line him up at receiver. He's going to beat a professional corner. With the only time I've seen him a little discombobulated was when we were at that bar playing poker, that whatever that
Oddly
thing was.
enough, you and I were in the same place
Same
at the
room.
same time on different sides of that particular moment.
And it was him and Rome going at it for, I don't know what it is. I brought it up to Kyle and he remembered.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I to this day, I didn't know what it was about then. I don't know what it's about now, but they had like this weird staring contest with one another in the lobby of a hotel, and they both stopped and they both kind of eyeballed each other for a minute, and they both kind of chirped at one another, and I forget, somebody stepped in and said, let's just get the hell out of here.
Something.
And it was weird.
Very
It
strange.
was weird.
So Marshall had that presence, kind of like a baseball player.
Yeah.
Reggie Jackson.
Okay.
Intimidating presence.
Sure.
If he says no, that means no.
Yeah.
That's how Marshall was. I don't think Rome acquiesced to that.
Yeah.
And it kind of shook him a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I
was
remember.
fun. Yeah.
I remember it happening.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And you told me to meet Gina?
Yeah.
She produced the show today. She remembers
Amazing.
you.
Great.
She remembers
yeah.
you.
No, we're friends on. So Gina and I were both interns at NFL Films at the same time.
Okay.
So she was in the Good Morning Football department, and I was in the producers department. And the things that I remember, it's been years, so it's been in 2018, and we were different departments, so we weren't I wouldn't say we're super friends or anything like that, not enemies or anything, but just didn't interact a ton. But I remembered that she's Italian, and that she likes the Eagles. And that she's from South Jersey. So
when I first met her, within 3 seconds, the person she's talking
her last name is
said
Di
that.
Sabatino.
Hey,
I'm
that
Italian
about
from
them
New
Eagles,
Jersey, right?
huh? Let's go get a cheese.
Go
then.
Birds! Hey,
That's awesome. Wow.
That's the worst
she's a great
Philly
person, though.
accent you've ever heard in your life.
Gina's great.
She was great. She was fun. Yeah.
All roads lead to Gina and Jim Rome. That's how it goes. All right, let's. Roki Sasaki made his debut with the Dodgers last night. Spring training, slow your roll, but pretty good. Pretty good. We'll get into it next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. And Next Gen, you know Next Gen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. And you can feel it. The sun's staying up a little bit longer. Spring is in the air. And it means it's time to clean out all the dust and allergens. And not just from your home, but from the air that you breathe. And Next Gen's here to help you breathe a little bit easier. Right now, ESPN LA listeners can get $100 off select indoor air quality products to help reduce allergens, dust, and pollutants inside your house so you can upgrade your air, you can protect your family's health, and enjoy cleaner, fresher air all season long. Next Gen is going to make it easy for you, too. We're talking open 7 days a week, lifetime warranty options available, financing options available, and, of course, the legendary Next Gen 5-star service. So don't wait. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN today to claim your $100 off select indoor air quality products. That's 833-3-NEXGEN or NextGen Air and Conditioning and Plumbing.com.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
That's not my jam. I'm not a Glazer.
Yeah, right. You are the king of Glazers
That
around
is
here.
so untrue.
It
Who
goes
do I
Sedano,
glaze?
Cappy,
Who do I
and Mason,
glaze?
all 1, 2, 3.
Who do I glaze?
Every person that walked. You glazed Mario when he sat there.
I'm
you're a little guilty of
Wait a minute, I'm nice to Mario. I played his song. What am I supposed to do?
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's D4. The best sports trips aren't just about the game. It's about the whole experience. With Absolute Sport, that experience is built around you. Whether it's an El Clasico match followed by a night in Madrid, oh yeah, or a company outing at the U.S. Open, they'll customize everything to fit your perfect trip. If your event has a ticket, they'll build a package around it. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your dream trip a reality.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
The CONCACAF Nations League finals arrive at SoFi Stadium March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN.
I want to put my feet in the sand. I want to drink. I want to eat. I want to walk. I want to have the sun on my face. That's it.
Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Heel.
Roll that up. Yes, sir.
You forced me into a weird dream last night. I told this story. Were you listening on your way in?
No, I was talking to Lewis.
Oh, you're talking to Lewis.
Yeah.
That's right. So you know our Dodger draft yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. And I've told you this before. I have that weird dream occasionally. I think you've said you've had it too, where all of a sudden I'm back in high school or college, but I'm myself. I'm 53 years old,
Yes.
and hey, you need to pitch today. I'm like, I haven't pitched in 30 years. What do you want from me? I got no shot.
Yeah.
You know what my dream was last night?
What?
I had to go play third base.
Oh, my God.
Like you put Michael Kopech at third base in your draft
oh, my
yesterday.
God. See?
I had a dream where they're like, you need to play. I'm like, I can't. And they're like, no, you're going to play third base tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've never played third base in my life. What are you talking about?
Kid, that brings up a question I've always wanted to ask you about professional baseball players. Okay, me being shocked. This is me being shocked they don't bunt.
They don't.
Still surprised.
I know.
If Mookie Betts or Ohtani had to play third in a pinch, you're telling me they couldn't do it?
Mookie absolutely could do it. Mookie absolutely could do it.
Yeah.
And Ohtani's a bad example because I don't think there's a thing on a baseball field that Ohtani
that he
couldn't
can't do. Okay. Freddie Freeman, third base, in a pinch.
Yeah, he could do it.
He could do it.
He
okay.
could do it.
Most major leaguers should be able to do that.
I think you could take a right-handed infielder and put them over there, and they would survive for a day or two.
Okay.
Now, here's an interesting one. Teoscar Hernandez.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. That would be a struggle because he's an outfielder, right? He's been an outfielder his whole life, and that is a different. Just
wouldn't know the angles.
He wouldn't know the angles.
Yeah.
He wouldn't. It would just be a very different thing for him to do.
But
Much
Mookie
like
went from outfield to infield.
Mookie's a bad
different.
example too
Well,
because
yeah,
he's just a special
But
guy.
doesn't Edmund go from second to outfield?
He's been doing his whole life.
That's true.
That's what I mean. Like Tommy Edmond, this used to be a term that was meant not disrespectfully, but it was almost a. You're not good enough to play in any one spot, so we're just going to kind of sprinkle you in. Usually it's a guy that could hit a little bit, and we can live with you here.
Yeah.
Tommy Edman won a Gold Glove at second base and can play center field as well as just about anybody. Like these guys now are just good enough to Kike's like this. You can kind of put them all over.
The super utility men.
The utility guy of days gone by was you're not quite good enough to play every day in the infield or the outfield, but you're good enough to play any of them on any given
Jack
day.
of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, okay. Putting the D tackle out at end.
Yeah.
You can survive. Not going to be great, but you can survive. The other thing I saw, and I've been looking at this, and he did highlight Freddie Freeman. Depending on where the ball is hit, which side of second base is where he goes. And he was talking about how Freddie Freeman he's going to cut this off or let it go. It was a play in the playoffs, actually, where he made. I never thought about all this stuff and how you really have to think after the ball is hit.
Oh, yeah.
As a defensive player.
Oh, yeah. No, that's the part that takes some time. That's the part that takes just doing it over and over and over again it's not, here's how I set my feet to field a ground ball, or here's how I get behind a fly ball to throw it back in to try to get a runner that's tagging up. It's that, okay, there's a runner at first base. The ball was just hit into the right center field gap. The play's going to be way over here. It's not going to happen for another 12 seconds, but this is where I need to be. I need to get in that spot. And that's just practice and everything else, but just experience and being there.
Diagram it. The pitcher went behind the catcher. Freddie Freeman went here. It was just fantastic. And I thought this is what the Yankees didn't do very well.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, they didn't do the first thing well.
Right.
They didn't do the catch the fly ball thing well.
Yeah.
They didn't do the cover first base thing well.
Stuff.
Like that's like the stuff that you're talking about, that's like step 4 or 5 in a defensive play. They didn't do step 1.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
I hope that's
don't
where
throw
Dave,
it in the dumper.
I hope that's where Dave Roberts shines. Maybe he's not the most media friendly guy, or
Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave's a great.
He's media friendly, but he may not have the demeanor you like. But I hope that's where he excels, is the small stuff.
He's good at interpersonal relationships.
Okay, good.
He's good at
Soft
making sure everybody knows what they need to do, and he's also in charge. And he in the sense of there isn't discord inside his clubhouse.
There's no mess.
There's no mess.
We're professionals
There's no
here.
mess.
Okay, awesome.
And he's got a lot of vets that know where to be, that know how to do it.
You pull in
that
the
do
right
little
guys
things.
is not that hard. Yeah.
ESPN LA is proud to support Children's Hospital Los Angeles during their 10th annual Make March Matter campaign. CHLA is a leader in breakthrough treatments and research and committed to helping every child thrive. ESPN LA will be auctioning off exclusive 710 experiences, and all proceeds will be donated to CHLA. So stay tuned tomorrow for more information only on 710. I know, DeMarco, you and I are going to combine on some of those experiences that we get to go do. So make sure that, there's a little golf event in there
you're
as well.
golfing.
Well, you're going to be there.
I'm driving the cart, bro.
You're going to be there. We're going to have a good time as well. You made me dream about playing third base, bro.
That's awesome, man.
No, I was terrified. I couldn't throw the ball across the field.
Come on, you know you want to do it. Come on. You want to play again. It's in there. It's in there.
I got my fill. I love to watch it. I love to talk about it. I don't need people hitting ground balls at me.
Really?
Did you see where I was playing first base in our softball game?
Yes.
I was basically in right field.
You don't want one more play, one more game, one more inning, one more at bat?
I think you'd pull your hamstrings getting down that low.
Really? Come on, bro. Give me one more play. One more play. Please, one more.
I got it done.
Really?
I don't know.
I'm not full. I want more.
You're not.
I want more.
I'm not only full, I'm like Thanksgiving full. Like, dude, I can't eat another bite.
Nope, I just burped.
God,
I got room.
You know what
go.
I did last night? I wasn't quite Thanksgiving full, but I did overdo it by this much.
What'd you eat?
What was yesterday? Fat Tuesday, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Susan and I made jambalaya. It's pretty good.
Yes.
Wasn't the best thing we've ever made, but it's good.
Did you use the Zatarans?
No, I made my own Creole
scratch.
seasoning from
I
scratch.
See ya. Okay.
I did the whole thing from
How long?
scratch.
2 hours?
90 minutes.
90. Takes a while to get it right. You got to be patient. Yeah.
You got to be patient.
Yeah,
you got to stir it a little bit. You got to let the rice cook.
You got to love it.
You got to love it.
You got to love it.
That's right.
You got to love it. Yeah.
It was. I would say it was good, not great.
Okay.
I'd give it a B.
What, chicken?
Chicken and sausage. Andouille sausage.
Shrimp?
We didn't do shrimp.
No shrimp.
No
Okay.
shrimp. Chicken, sausage.
That's good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The rice, the seasoning, the peppers, the celery, the carrot. The whole thing.
like soupy or
no?
It was okay. So it's rice.
It was a rice
jambalaya.
Yes,
Good
it was
for
not
you.
soupy. It was not.
Do you have leftovers?
I have a lot of leftovers.
Where are they?
You want me to bring some?
Absolutely.
All right, I'll bring some tomorrow.
I'd eat some.
Okay,
Thank
I'll bring
you.
some tomorrow.
What do you do? Why not today?
I didn't think that
Call
you guys
Susan.
would want to. She's unavailable at the moment.
Put it in a Waymo. There you go. Come on.
But I overdid it.
Okay.
And I've been,
Yeah.
I've been doing okay. I've been making better choices of late.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of rice
Good for
last
you.
night
Did
and
you
a lot of
drink
sauce.
behind it too?
I had a glass of wine.
Really?
Yeah.
You gotta have a beer.
Yeah, it was. I was
Okay,
already
trying to be good.
super full.
Trying to be good.
And
Okay.
so I ate a giant bowl.
Nice.
That's great. Went back, made a second, slightly smaller bowl, but not like a lot smaller bowl, and scarfed that down. And I'm getting ready to go for a third bowl, and Susan goes, "Don't do it. You're going to regret it."
Yeah.
Like you're really. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably pretty good advice. So I stopped, and 5 seconds later, I'm like,
Oh
I
yeah,
think I'm gonna
hurting.
die.
Yep, right on the
Pretty
left
good.
side, right?
It just
Right there.
It was that not full. It was that overfull.
Okay, you go
deal.
Everest, Fuji, and then one more.
Yeah.
Yes. One more.
Exactly.
Right.
Did you guys see this story that came out after the combine? I think Travis Hunter was asked about this in his press conference, and he was asked about him and Shohei Ohtani, and he said that Travis Hunter believes that what he does is more difficult than what Ohtani does. What do you guys think about that?
That's what he said?
That's what he said.
He said that.
Yes.
I think he's giving props to his game because
Sure.
football is tough. It's very physical. So on that side, I get it. It's hard to be a receiver and a corner, but what's harder to do? Definitely Ohtani.
Yeah.
I think more guys could have been a Travis Hunter type
I agree.
if if college and the pros coveted that sort of stuff. I've never seen a guy like Ohtani.
No,
and
there
I don't
hasn't
think we
been
ever
one.
will.
There hasn't been one.
Yeah.
He's one of one. And I'm not putting any disrespect on Travis Hunter's name. What he does is really impressive, but to compare the accomplishments of the two or what's being asked of the two is and I get why somebody would ask him the question, and I get why he picked himself. Athletes believe in themselves. I get it. Shohei Ohtani didn't do it in the Big 12. Shohei Ohtani did it in Major League Baseball. Okay? The level of competition in those two things is drastically different.
Yes.
Tell me if I'm wrong about this. Wide receiver and corner are cousins.
Yeah.
Right?
They're similar.
They're similar. They're not the same, but they're similar.
Yes.
Pitching and hitting 54 home runs are not even, in the same family.
Pitching and hitting are
being
close.
the best hitter and maybe one of the best pitchers.
And then there's that. It's not just that he does both and survives.
Yeah.
It's that he is the best offensive player in baseball, or second, if you want to take Judge, fine, and one of the best pitchers. So if Travis Hunter goes into the NFL and intercepts 9 passes and also scores 9 touchdowns, okay.
Then you got a case.
Then we'll start talking about
Yeah.
it. But until that happens, it's and even then, the skill set of pitching and hitting are
okay.
just
Now this is
far
interesting,
apart.
Travis. If he does it, let's just say Travis Hunter has one of those seasons from wherever, and he goes to the Pro Bowl on both sides of the ball.
Okay.
Then you might have an argument about this being tougher than Ohtani.
Ohtani was the starting pitcher in the All-Star game and batted leadoff.
If you take,
that's kind of what we're talking about, right?
If you take every snap on offense, every snap on defense, and you're the best at both positions, number one, I don't know how you pay him. Number two, he may have an argument because that's hard.
It is hard, but I think the other thing is harder. They're both hard.
Physically harder than playing.
Okay, yeah.
100 snaps a game.
You're right about
on
that.
both sides.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
That might be harder.
More physically demanding. You're right about that.
Yeah. He
because
might have
he's
a case.
Getting smashed on maybe not all 100 of those
It's
snaps,
all
but
collisions.
some of them.
Either way, you're tackling or being tackled.
Yeah.
That's hard. Yeah.
I hope he does it, and I hope he thrives. I really do.
How do you pay
rooting
him?
for him. Not my problem.
Oh my God.
DeMarco.
You're right.
Entertain me.
right.
Entertain
Oh my
me,
God.
Travis Hunter. I'm here for it.
Yes.
Look,
was it Dale Carter?
Yeah.
The old corner.
Chiefs, right?
Yeah, they would put at receiver, but they'd never throw it to him. They put him out there to block.
Okay.
Because he's a DB.
He went to UCLA, played for Jacksonville Jags. He's a linebacker, running back that played both ways at UCLA, but
I can see the
basically
name. Recently, right?
Yeah,
Miles Jack.
Yeah,
No, Miles Jack.
Miles Jack.
Yeah.
Miles Jack. Like,
Yes.
but when he went to the league, he was
linebacker.
He was linebacker.
Yeah.
And at UCLA, he was a really good linebacker. And he was a pretty good running back.
Yes.
And then, but they just don't do it.
Whatever dreams you had of scoring touchdowns, son, that's over. You are a linebacker. Yeah, you can pick it and score, but we're not giving it to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Travis Hunter's a different.
I just think that Travis Hunter is going to be in a couple packages, and that maybe he'll do some offensive, but it's not going to be every snap.
If he's in a couple of packages and scores 15 touchdowns,
Yeah.
I would pick Ohtani as tougher.
Yeah.
But if he's a starter at receiver and a starter at DB and he's great,
I think you
then
know
have
that.
a case.
I don't know if anybody could physically stand up to what to that. I just don't think you could do it.
Dion do it for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, but how many snaps was he playing on offense?
He was playing receiver because Michael Irvin was out.
Was he playing every snap?
He was playing receiver and DB. Wow. He was doing it for like 3 weeks straight, and he said it only one more week until Playmaker comes back.
Yeah,
but he did it for like 4 or 5 for like 3 weeks in a row. Yeah.
Okay. Dion might be. I'll throw Bo Jackson in there. Dion might be the greatest athlete I've seen in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Is Travis Hunter like that?
Look, man, Dion loves him.
Yeah.
I think Dion recognizes something in him and vice versa. That's why he followed him to Jackson State. So maybe this could be the next Dion. We'll see.
Dion both ways in football. By the way, Dion played Major League Baseball and was pretty good.
Right.
He wasn't great, but he also wasn't just a guy.
Terror on the base pass.
He was pretty good.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Have you ever heard him tell the story about facing Randy Johnson?
No.
Oh,
I got to hear. Is it on YouTube?
It is.
I'm looking up now. Okay.
It is terrific. Roki Sasaki made his Dodger debut last night, and spring training of it all, sure, dude was lit. Absolutely fantastic. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The King keeps making history.
Cross court to LeBron. 3 for 50,000. It's good. LeBron goes over 50K, and the crowd comes to its feet.
50,000 career points for LeBron James, becoming the first NBA player to ever do it.
50,000 regular season and playoff points combined.
Another milestone for the King.
LeBron James.
And you heard it all right here
on 710 ESPN.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Byer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN. Get your yard game ready with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Ego has nearly 200,000 5-star reviews from homeowners like you. Ego delivers the power of gas, but without the noise, fuss, or fumes. Best of all, Ego 56-volt arc lithium batteries are universal, so they fit all 90 tools. Power your yard, power your tailgate, power your life. Learn more at egopowerplus.com.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Last man standing time, guys.
Who? You? Who's got it?
M's got it this
I
time.
have it, so I can't win. Sorry,
Let's
guys.
go. Yeah.
So I saw an ESPN article of the. Let me just get this right, so we're working with the right information here. The final 2024 MLB payrolls.
Last
so last
season's teams.
season's final payrolls. At the end of the day, this is what they had to pay the entire year.
Okay.
All right? The top 10 payrolls in the MLB for 2024. And I'm going to start with Travis. These are just teams.
Dodgers.
Dodgers are on the list. They are third on the list. They are not number one.
Okay.
All right, DeMarco.
This is funny. I know who's not on the list.
Okay.
The A's. They're not on the list.
They are at the very bottom of the list.
I
They
know
are
who's
the last.
not on this list. Yankees.
Yankees are on the list. They are number 2. Jorge.
Los Mets.
The Mets are number 1 on the list, and that's the reason for the article that they had on it. So, Travis, what is your next pick?
Philly.
Philly is on the list. They are 4th. They are right after the
got
Dodgers.
the top 4.
Yes, you have the top 4.
All right.
DeMarco.
Frisco?
The Giants just barely make the list. You're on it.
Okay.
So the Giants are 10. Jorge.
San Diego.
San Diego is not on the
One
top
gone.
payroll. They are below the Angels, Cardinals, and Diamondbacks. All right, Travis.
So we got the Giants.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. We have 5 more left.
All right, I'm just going to go big cities here. The Atlanta Braves.
The Braves are on this
All
list. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th on the list. DeMarco.
The Schlubs.
The Cubs are on the
Yes.
list. If that's what I'm interpreting correct.
Yes, correct.
Travis.
Red Sox.
And DeMarco wins. Let's go.
The streak is over.
Hey, and a baseball too.
DeMarco
a goalpost.
through. You spike the football, man.
Let's rip down a goalpost.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's great.
Do you want the rest of the names on the list?
Wait, where are the Red Sox?
The Red Sox are just outside. They're at 11.
Oh.
Yeah,
The
so
Red
you
Sox
just barely
always,
missed
although
it.
they
Houston
didn't pay.
in there?
Who's the guy that the Padres paid that they refused? Devers.
Yes.
No, not Devers. The other one. I always get Devers and the other guy confused. Who played shortstop or third base for the Padres last year? Second base. Why can't I think of his
I'm
name?
sorry.
I don't know.
I'm in euphoria right now. I don't know.
It'll
I
come
won't.
back to me.
Yeah.
The remaining teams we did not get. We
Yeah.
didn't get the Astros. They're right under the Phillies.
okay.
Houston.
We didn't get the Rangers, the 2 Texas teams,
Yep.
or 2 of the Texas teams. And then Blue Jays.
Blue Jays.
Blue Jays.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
saw that article. Yeah. Did you put that on there to make Dodger fans feel better?
It's true.
This is true.
This is a truth that they are the 3rd highest payroll for last year.
Yes.
And they're not rooting baseball. Come on, DeMarco.
No. I thought it was funny because there was a part that was left out of this, the Dodger narrative, that the Mets are outspending the Dodgers, right? But they took over for the Dodgers, leading baseball
Very true.
in payroll for like 3 years
Yeah,
in a row.
it was the Dodgers first, and the Mets took over once Cohen took over, and then had the Cohen tax put in place.
Xander Bogaerts. That's the
There
name I
it
couldn't
is.
pull.
Great name.
That's the
Yes.
name I couldn't pull. Bogaerts and Devers, I always get them confused.
Does that make you feel better look, nothing's going to make you feel bad about the Dodgers being rich and good, but that the Mets are outspending you. It kind of says, okay, we're not ruining baseball. There's other people doing it too.
Here's it doesn't make me feel better because, like you said, I don't feel bad. What it does is it makes me feel like the Dodgers are a little bit smarter than some of those other very wealthy teams. Like the Yankees are worth more than the Dodgers. They last year at least spent more than the Dodgers. The Mets, likewise. The Dodgers spend a fortune on their players, but there's not a single bad deal among them. That's
better.
the part.
Yeah.
Like, look, Juan Soto's a great player. Juan Soto's going to go straight to the Hall of Fame. That's a bad deal. That deal will be an absolute bad
It's gonna age
contract.
poorly?
It's going to age super poorly. He's already a bad defender. He already doesn't run particularly well. Now, he can hit like crazy. He gets on base like crazy. But he's going to be exceptionally one-dimensional the older he gets. And, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's terrific, but this is not an Ohtani deal. This is not a Betts deal where they're just really fantastic players in a variety of different ways. That's a bad deal.
He's still must-see TV for me because
Soto?
of how he takes his at-bats.
Oh, yeah, he's terrific.
It's drama. He builds drama, and it's just fun. Either way, strikeout, home run, it's just fun to watch him go through that process. Lifelong Dodger fan from birth, right?
Yep.
You're bleeding blue.
Yep.
Was there ever a time the Dodgers were blue-collar?
Not really.
Not really. They were always on the high end as far as spending.
They've always been the worst, and I'm going by memory here, DeMarco, so there could be somebody that would know this better than me, but at their worst, they were in the middle of the pack. At their worst, they were in the middle of the pack, and they're usually not at their worst.
They've always been high dollar.
Yeah, they get star players.
Yeah, but this is new, though.
Oh, this is different.
This is supercharged.
But again, this isn't like they've made some deals before. They're like, what in the world is that? This is not that. This is not like when they paid J.D. Drew a fortune. It's like, what are we doing here?
You hate J.D. Drew?
I don't hate him. It's just he was uninspiring.
Yeah. There's 3 cities that hate him:
Boston, St. Louis, and L.A.
Yeah, anybody that had it. Question: can you bring up that list again, real quick?
Yep, I can bring it up.
I cried when I saw this. Pull up the Mets. What are they spending?
The Mets are spending. They spent last year $333,262,507.
Now scroll all the way down and get to the A's.
The Athletics spent last year $66,467,058.
$270 million less.
How are you supposed to compete?
You don't.
You're built in.
You don't.
You're not competing at all. So what are you doing? Just rounding out the roster?
Okay, so you can't compete if one guy is spending $300+ million and you're barely spending $60. Okay, that's just not going to work. They're going to get more talent than you. They're going to be better than you
all the time.
But first of all, the A's have spent more money this upcoming season. They went and got Severino. They extended Rooker. They did some things that make some sense, but they're not trying to compete. They were trying to make it as unpalatable as possible in Oakland to leave.
Okay.
So that was not hey, this is all we got, this is all we can do. The guy that owns the A's is a billionaire. He didn't have to spend $60 million if he doesn't want to. He could have spent a lot more than that. He just didn't. That he didn't want to stay. He wanted to
So that's on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now the better question is, I shouldn't say better. I think the question about like a team that's what is the top 10? Probably around $200 million. Right.
I got to pull it back up again.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that the top 10 is probably right around 200.
Okay.
Yeah.
200. So yeah, the last team was the Giants in the top 10, and they spent $210 million, and then it drops off. The Red Sox were at 188.
Okay, so that 210 to 150.
You're still 100.
You're
light.
still half of what the other guy is.
That's crazy.
That to me is they're trying.
Yeah.
But they're not in the mix.
My God.
That's the part that's like, never mind the A's and the Rays, and actually the Rays do kind of compete, but those guys are actively not investing in their team. These teams are, and they're still not in it.
Don't X out that list because not the A's. The A's are trying. So what's the next team on the list above the A's?
So I'll read you from bottom up the last 5. Okay, so Athletics are at the very bottom.
Terrible.
Then you have the Pirates.
Not very good.
And then you have the Rays.
Very good.
Marlins.
Not good.
And Tigers.
Pretty good.
Pirates aren't moving. Not trying to move.
No.
They're just not spending money.
No.
Okay, so let me amend my statement.
And they're bad at developing their guys. Like
Okay.
they stumbled into Skeens, that they got the right guy at the right time, and you're like, you're just starting the clock on when he's going to leave.
He's gonna
because
leave
they're
soon.
not going to surround him with the right guys. They just never have been able to do that.
So the Dodgers aren't ruining baseball. It's already ruined. If you could outspend other teams like that, come on.
Okay, but hold on. You need to define ruin because baseball has had more variety in its champion than any other sport.
But a pay disparity like that, I'm spending almost $300 million more than you.
Yeah. I'm not arguing that there isn't a massive disparity.
That doesn't
I'm
make
saying
sense.
that baseball produces a wider variety of champions than any of these sports that don't have disparities.
I bet the teams that win that don't spend a lot are like, you guys are stupid. It's baseball.
Yeah.
No matter how much you spend, it's still baseball.
It's still baseball.
Yeah.
But the argument for the baseball is you can spend as much as you want, and it doesn't guarantee anything other than a seat at the table.
You can
at the
still
end.
lose.
You can still lose.
Right.
Where in basketball, they're all kind of sort of spending the same. Football, they're all kind of sort of spending the same.
You got a loaded squad. Baseball and basketball, or football and basketball.
You're going to go to the
good chance you're going to win.
Yeah. Baseball is not really like that. Sasaki, they didn't spend a fortune for, but because they win, because they built a culture, Sasaki chose them. So that's another way that they're better at it. And last night, DeMarco, he was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. He made his debut in like a quasi-real game, spring training game.
I saw Dave's quote. I don't know what his ceiling is, but his floor is good enough to pitch right now and be good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And spring training, take it, I don't want to say take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a boulder of salt. Put a giant asterisk next to any spring training outing because it's spring training. It's not the same thing. That being said, he was really good.
Yeah?
He was really good. He got 7 swings and misses in 3 innings on just his split-fingered fastball, which is the thing that everybody's like, you've never seen anything like this. He was throwing 99.
Effortless 99.
But his splitter is the thing that people are saying that pitch is a plus pitch to use.
He's a starter, right?
Yes.
Okay, set your lineup right now. Go ahead.
What do you mean? Like where does he
Give
pitch?
me
He's
your
going to pitch the second game.
Give me your rotation.
Yamamoto, him, Glasnow, Snell, and we'll figure out the 5th spot depending on who's healthy.
So it might be Ohtani.
It will be Ohtani eventually. He's just not going to pitch at the start. Kershaw's going to be available. Gonsolin's going to be available.
Bergman walking
Miller's
by.
going to be available.
You guys don't get to
Dustin
cheer wins.
May is going to be available.
You guys don't get to cheer wins.
I want to stick with Sasaki for a second because you could tell he was amped up big time when he went in there. Spring training's weird. It's like preseason football.
Yeah.
But you tell me, the first time you played in a preseason game, I bet your heart was banging pretty good.
It's competition. It just doesn't count.
Right.
Yeah.
He was grunting on every pitch he threw. He was overthrowing some of these pitches, but he very quickly kind of settled into, I think, the pitcher he's going to be.
Yeah.
Once he figures it out with that splitter, dude. I mean,
do me a favor.
Dude,
explain the split.
He looked great.
Explain the splitter.
So
go ahead.
His is a little different than a lot of guys. Like most guys, when they throw that split finger, it kind of tumbles and it dives. Okay,
actual split
you
finger.
just wedge it into between your
right
index
here.
and your middle finger.
Oh, I remember this. They used to have injuries because of it. Okay,
it's tiny.
Yeah.
So you stuff the ball in between your index and your middle finger.
Got you.
Most guys kind of tumble and it dives.
And you hum that as hard as you can.
You let it rip.
Okay.
His sometimes tumbles and dives. His sometimes just darts to the right, and sometimes it darts to the left. Like he doesn't even quite know what the heck.
I was going to ask, does he know where it's going?
He knows where it's going, one of 3 options, but no.
Wow.
And it's you saw it last night. This is Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And it's spring training, I understand. He got 7 swings and misses on 1 pitch in 3 innings.
That's amazing.
That's bonkers.
Okay, now who's swinging and missing, though? Are they going to be here? Are they?
Yes. A number of those guys that did it were
not Punch and Judy guys.
Established major league hitters.
Okay, so this is a sign of things to come.
He hit a guy in the stomach with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. That was kind of fun.
Highly recommend.
Yes, that was kind of fun.
Love that about him.
But I just liked how his first inning was a little bumpy. You could just tell he was just peaking on adrenaline. Just totally like amped up. He was fired up. But you could tell once he kind of, this is baseball. I've played a lot of baseball. Let me just go to work.
Bang, 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 done.
Yeah,
wow.
It was super
Another
impressive.
guy to watch and become a fan of.
Super impressive.
Look at you.
Yeah.
I told you can't cheer wins.
Yamamoto started last night.
Yeah.
And he had a less than great first inning, and then he settled in and then
you can't cheer wins.
Watch me.
No, you cannot.
Watch me do it.
Embarrassment of riches.
Factor Cap is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Just Let it rain, DeMarco. Just pour over me. I'm like the lady in Flashdance with the bucket.
You're making it rain. Look at
Here
you.
we go. Is your vehicle due for service? If so, head on into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Here's what they can do for you at Valvoline. Oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care. It's supposed to start raining. They can swipe out your wipers and a whole lot more. You just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes, and that's a real 15 minutes, too. That's not, hey, 15 minutes, it actually takes an hour. It's 15 minutes. You're down the road knowing that your car is running at its absolute best. You don't get out of your car at Valvoline. You stay in the front seat, nice and relaxed, while the expert technicians make sure that your ride is running at its absolute best. It's like a little pit stop for your ride, like you're driving in Formula One or something. It is just a great way to do it, a quick way to do it, and there are over 80 spots that can do it for you today. So go find one of those 80 spots. Visit SoCalOilChange.com to find one of the 80 locations and grab yourself some game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
You never expect a massive trade between superstar players or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
There's only one team you can call on to play defense for you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call this number, 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Let Joseph and his team score the winning shot for you.
Parents, did you know that the Children's Hospital Jackie and Gene Autry Orthopedic Center is ranked #1 in California for treating kids with bone and muscle problems? They're the top choice from everything from scoliosis to sports injuries. What makes them stand out? They use super safe imaging with up to 98% less radiation than regular x-rays. Plus, their expert care means kids usually go home sooner and have fewer complications after surgery. At CHLA, they're helping kids get back to being kids, faster and safer.
Something amazing is happening in data management. Even though storage needs are constantly changing, companies are only paying for what they need now. That's because CDW customized a Pure Storage Evergreen One SLA-driven storage-as-a-service solution that delivers enterprise-grade hybrid cloud storage that is effortless, efficient, and evergreen. Simplify storage administration with Pure Storage and CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com/purestorage.
Spring is finally here, and so are spring projects. So get them started at Harbor Freight's parking lot sale. This weekend, save on products like pressure washers for $69.99, 42-inch roller cabinets for under $500, plus 30% off Hercules corded power tools. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until 3/9/25 while supplies last. Limitations apply, so spring in before it's over.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Aloha. Karibu.
What language is that?
That's Swahili.
What's Korean?
Yobaseo. That means hello. That's when you pick up the phone. Yobaseo.
Because I was hearing that a lot last night because I was listening. I watched The Host, Bong Joon-ho's movie from 2006.
Yeah.
Yobaseo.
Yobaseo.
It's also a lot in Past Lives.
Aigu, that's another one.
Oh, okay.
What's that mean?
It's like, oh, you know, like, aigu, little baby, aigu.
Like a cute little hi.
Yeah, when I see my mother-in-law, aigu, kondingi.
Does your mother-in-law speak English?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Surprisingly well when it's about money.
She says Korean, though. So tell me about that investment that you have.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's your Roth IRA looking like or whatever?
Right. Did you see what the market did today, DeMarco?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Also, some NFL news that I'm sure we'll talk about throughout the show. But some things are happening in Seattle. This is from Adam Schefter and other various reporters. But they have both released Tyler Lockett, and DK Metcalf has requested a trade.
They released Lockett.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So
wow.
Big things are happening in Seattle. Big things are shaking up in the division for the NFC West. All these dominoes are falling. We can talk about it later in the show, but just wanted to share that piece of information.
Yeah. Oh, fact.
So last night there was an interaction between, was it last night or the night before? But between Kevin Durant Kevin Durant and Mike Budenholzer, where Kevin Durant's walking off. Budenholzer wants to talk to him, and he grabs his arm. KD slaps his arms away and continues going over to the bench. My statement is, this happens in professional sports, and this isn't a big deal. Travis Fettercap.
I think that's fact. I think that when you have coaches and athletes competing, these guys are all massively competitive. There's testosterone. There's the environment of I'm trying to win. I'm trying to help you. I'm pissed off or whatever it could be. Emotions get the better of us sometimes. Like you see this in Major League Baseball all the time where two teammates start fighting in the dugout.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Like they're mad. They're both. Maybe they don't like each other, but maybe it's just one of those. I said something to you that I don't like, and I tell you to blank off, and you say what, and then next thing you know, we're having a fight because we're both trying to get the same thing done. Happens all the time. I don't think it's a big deal.
High performance business, like what, throwing hands. Why are we fighting?
Yeah,
stupid stuff. The question is, it happens in sports, right?
This happens all the time, and it isn't a big deal. Factor Cap.
I got to go Cap because it should not happen. You don't put your hands on anyone, player or coach. You just don't do that. These are the pros. Even in college or high school, you don't put your hands on players, or vice versa. You don't touch your coach. So there shouldn't be any contact.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a poke on the shoulder, or there's like in baseball with Dave Roberts doing little butt pats. But this is different. He grabbed him to get his attention.
You can't. Yeah. No. That's a big fat no. That is a man. That is a professional, and you're lucky he just swatted your hand away.
What if, like, I'm trying to, you and I are having a discussion, and I'm trying to tell you something, and you just start to walk away, and I'm not, like, grabbing you, like, aggressive. I'm like, hold on a second. I want to finish this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I grab you by your arm and say, hold on, don't leave yet.
Right.
Could it not be something like that?
That is a little bit aggressive, though.
It happens. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I need to
like,
tell
I'm
you
not done.
this.
Hold on,
stay
a minute.
Here. Right. I get you. But, I mean,
yeah.
It should not happen, but it does happen, and it's bad when it does. Yeah.
All right, Jorge?
I'm gonna say it's normal, and I feel that what you were just describing, it's a buildup of something that might have happened in the film room, might have happened in practice, and I'm trying to explain to you what you're doing wrong. And the best example is it's happening now during the game. Let me get your attention and let's correct it because it's happened before. And it's normal to me.
Yeah.
But it's,
and I also
it's a buildup of
understand
things.
Get your hands off of me.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like, I get that too.
Remember Taylor Rapp and Jalen got into it during the game?
Yeah,
it happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a high stress moment.
And you couldn't calm him down.
Yeah.
Which one?
Rapp.
Okay.
Rapp wanted a piece of him.
Yeah.
Like right there on the sideline, everywhere.
Look, Taylor Rapp's a pretty tough guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
He's
was
still
more
with
like,
Buffalo,
wait,
right?
why are you holding me back from this dude? He just hit me.
Yeah.
Right. It
Yeah.
was weird. Yeah.
Rapp is still with Buffalo, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So yesterday on TGL, the golf league with Tiger, right? It's called the Golf League, right?
It's called Tomorrow's Golf League.
Tomorrow's Golf League. Okay, sorry, I got it wrong. But Celine Dion was one of the guests at the broadcast.
Celine Dion?
Yeah, Celine Dion.
Okay.
And she, Marty Smith, from ESPN, sat down next to her, did a little interview in the middle of the broadcast, and I think he asked her, like, what is her song she's most, recognized with or whatever, and then she started singing, and this is Celine Dion, and then Marty Smith joining in the singing.
Near, far, come on, you hear us? Wherever you are, I believe that my ball will go on. You're not bad.
I'm coming to Vegas. I'm gonna come to Vegas for the residency.
All right. So put yourself in Marty Smith's scenario. You get to the spot where Celine says, "Come on, do it with me." You would not have the guts to sing with Celine Dion. DeMarco Fettercap.
Cap, let's go. If she waves me up on stage and gave me a mic, we're going. I love that song. Yeah. I'm going to give you my rendition right there. Absolutely. Yes. Right there.
Travis?
I'm with DeMarco. I look, and you said it, Em, it's an important part of it. She says, let's go. Like, if he just tried to harmonize with Celine Dion because he was feeling it, that's not a great idea.
Right.
Because she's one of the biggest voices, we've had in forever. But if she's looking at you like, let's go.
Yes.
You got to go. And I give Marty all the credit in the world for doing it because trying to sing with Celine Dion,
bro.
give me a break.
I used to say if the NBA gave me a 10-day contract and I got out there, I'm pulling up from half court.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything.
Yeah.
Some hook shots from the other key.
Absolutely. I'm with you.
Jorge?
Absolutely, because it's going to happen once in my lifetime, so why not take advantage of the opportunity? Absolutely.
All right, so it is Ash Wednesday, and it is the beginning of Lent for people who celebrate Lent, and part of Lent is you give up something for 40 days, supposedly. It's something that separates you. Okay, this is my interpretation of what Lent should be, and this is my bone to pick with most Catholics. I'm Catholic, I raised Catholics. People like to give up, like, chocolate or giving up, I don't know, a soda for 40 days. The reason why you give up something for 40 days, if you're trying to do this for a religious reason, is that you're separating yourself from God. Whatever is keeping you apart from that.
The thing is between you and a closer relationship with God.
Yes, exactly. If you believe in that such thing, that is why you're giving up stuff for 40 days. But separating from you from God is not chocolate. I'm telling you that. It's not chocolate, guys. It's not.
Well,
it's definitely other things.
Sacha Baron Cohen was the other guy at the Laker game last night.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, that's my little rant about Lent. But giving up something for 40 days would change your habits. So it's, hey, I'm going to walk every day for 40 days and then see where it goes. So giving up something for 40 days would change your habits. Jorge, Factor Cap.
Cap. I tried working out during my time, and I started the first 3 days. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do at least 25 push-ups every day when I wake up,
Yeah.
It lasted 5 days, and then on the weekend, I was like, I'm not waking up a Saturday
Slip in a
morning.
little bit.
So I just kind of gave up. So,
Wow.
no, I can try it, but I'm at that age where it doesn't work for me no more.
And I'm saying this scenario as you are going to give it up for 40 days.
Yeah.
So, that's not the thing of, if you could get to 40 days. The thing is, 40 days, it'll change forever. Travis, Factor Cap.
I think it's fact. I remember it's 30 days to create
30,
a new
31,
habit.
yeah.
And 5 days to break a habit.
Yes.
To fall into a bad habit.
Right.
Right. So it takes a long time to establish, and 40 days is about that number. For me, it's much longer than that. Like, for me, it's almost a couple or a few months before it becomes a part of my routine, like the walking and all that. Like, the first 2 or 3 months, it was you go because you told yourself you're going to go. Like, you're holding yourself accountable. Now it's just part of what I do.
Yeah.
But that took longer than 40 days, yeah.
Walking is who I am.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever stop that down.
Yeah.
I'm so with you. Question, does weed count?
Oh.
As far as...
Yeah, well, so what are you asking? If it counts for Lent or if it counts...
Closer. Does it count for Lent?
So if you think that
you're not supposed to do it anyway,
I
right?
think if you smoking weed is what's keeping you from your relationship with your savior.
Oh, it's whatever you think.
This is what I believe.
Okay.
It's like what you're gonna. Okay, this is my interpretation of Lent, and I think it's the right one because obviously I'm saying it. And so it's trying to get yourself ready for when Easter comes, and so you want to be as prepared as ready to welcome whatever Easter means to you. Okay?
Okay.
So that oftentimes is something spiritual or something that's keeping you from your practice, something that's keeping you from being the best version of a quote-unquote Christian you want to be.
Got it.
So,
okay, ask me the question one more time.
Oh, it has nothing to do with Lent. But giving up something for 40 days would change your habits.
Fact. Okay. I just used to see guys, and this is the NFL, they test basically once a year.
For pot.
So you would start in June, like no more.
Right.
And you have to make it through the 4th day.
Right.
If you make it through the 4th day,
green light, go.
You're good. That was the thing. So yes, okay. That qualifies.
And just saying, if you're Catholic and you would fight me on this, I don't care. I
No,
went
no,
through
no.
catechism as well.
Yeah.
I was very religious for a long time. And if you're telling me that you gave up chocolate for Lent, I don't care. You're just doing a diet, okay?
I want to go back to something you said a second ago.
Yeah.
Why can't I have an edible or smoke a joint? You said you're not supposed to do that. It's legal now. I can buy. It's like having a glass of wine.
I was talking about Catholic faith.
Oh, okay.
Like you're not supposed to have it.
Catholics can smoke.
Oh,
weed.
I'm just checking.
If
I
you
don't
live
know.
in California
Yeah.
or you live in a place that's legal, you can smoke weed. My mom doesn't, but
shook my world. I saw The Exorcist, right? So
Uh-huh.
I assume what do priests wear? The thing they wear.
Oh, I know I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay, religious figure, right?
Yes.
So you stand up straight, put your hat on, speak nice.
Yeah.
The day a father handed me a drink blew my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, they're
I had no
They
idea.
serve wine at Mass.
Didn't
Jesus
know.
drank wine.
No idea.
Jesus probably would have
am I
smoked weed
supposed
too.
to drink
I
this,
know.
or is this a test?
There is one of those things. It's like, this is not where this is supposed to come
Right,
from. Right. I want to drink, Padre, but I don't know if I'm supposed to take it from you.
That's what I'm
Probably
saying.
the most Catholic country in the world is Ireland. They like to get down.
Right. It doesn't make logical sense, but I'm kind of
yes.
Yeah. There's one of those things like, I don't know about this.
Did God?
You want me to do
Right.
what? Fact Cap is brought to you by the law office of Joseph S. Normand. You have many choices in your legal team, but with Joe, family always comes first. 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand. Call 213-747-2000. One more time, 213-747-2000, or visit normandlegal.com. The Seahawks are kind of imploding right now. Good news for the Rams. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The King keeps making history.
Cross court to LeBron. 3 for 50,000. It's good. LeBron goes over 50K, and the crowd comes to its feet.
50,000 career points for LeBron James, becoming the first NBA player to ever do it.
50,000 regular season and playoff points combined.
Another milestone for the King.
LeBron James.
And you heard it all right here
on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards scoring courtside seats for your favorite team. Progressive cannot guarantee that you can score courtside seats. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, but courtside seats can be astronomical. Maybe if your team plays in a smaller market, you could swing it. Even still, it's unlikely. Maybe fourth row, which are still incredible seats that you'll enjoy greatly. Savings possible. Courtside, long shot. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Progressive cannot guarantee that someone really tall will not sit in front of you at the game, rendering your excellent seats just okay.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN.
I want to put my feet in the sand. I want to drink. I want to eat. I want to walk. I want to have the sun on my face. That's it.
Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Another rich guy in the NFL. In fact, the richest non-quarterback ever in the NFL. Max Crosby has signed a new deal with the Raiders. 3-year, $106.5 million extension that includes $91.5 million guaranteed, making him the highest non-paid quarterback, the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history per sources. That, of course, is Adam Schefter is tweeting that. So Max Crosby will be with the Raiders for a while, making a lot of dough, $91.5 million guaranteed.
Pass rushers age gracefully. Receivers, they can fall off a cliff. They get slower, lose a step. They're not as good. Running backs, definitely. Lose a step, not as good. Quarterbacks,
what about corners?
Corners lose a step.
Yeah.
You can cycle to safety if you're aggressive enough, but for the most part, done. Not pass rushers.
Yeah.
Guys can do it for a long time from out there and be effective.
Is that because they learn techniques and other film study?
Nature of the position. You're not in the middle. You're not taking a bunch of punishment. You're on the edge, and really, you could just rush the passer and not be involved in the run game and still be effective.
Yeah.
And start every football game. So, makes sense. And I'm trying to see, this is not fair to Max Crosby. Let me look at his numbers to see if that deal is actually worth it. What did you pay for? Seven and a half sacks last year in how many games? I mean, really, you don't
He
really
did miss some because he got injured.
Yes, you don't really make that sort of money coming off a shortened season where you got 7 sacks.
Yeah. I'm speculating here.
Yeah.
It does feel like the Raiders, and this could blow up in my face and I'd look stupid, 9 months from now saying this, that they're attempting a bit of a reset. That I'm not saying that Mark Davis woke up one morning and got, super smart. I don't think that's what happened, but they hired a really good, the Pete Carroll hire, even
smart.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, even if the thing doesn't work out great, it's not going to work out terrible. Like, Pete Carroll's floor is pretty high.
Right.
Having Tom Brady in the building as a minority owner, and at least having him sit down and discuss, pay this guy, kick the tires on Matthew Stafford, feels like he's brought some legitimacy to this. Re-signing your best player, which Max Crosby is, seems like a step in the right direction.
They have Chip Kelly as their OC, which is, say what you want of him as a head coach. As an OC, he's pretty good.
No doubt.
And this is Max's numbers for the past couple of years. So last year, 7.5. The year before that, though, was 14.5, 12.5 the year before that, 8, 7, and 10.
Okay, so I think this is funny. I think Pete Carroll in Vegas is a surer thing than Ben Johnson in Chicago.
I agree with you.
Because Pete, like you said, Pete's an established guy.
Yeah, it works.
It's not going to be a disaster.
His stuff works.
Not sure about Ben Johnson. We'll see.
Right.
There's a chance he could be great. There's a chance in 2 years, 3 years, you could be looking for another coach. Don't know. But about Max Crosby getting that deal, right? So just looking, and I like Max. I do. I think he's a fantastic player. I wish I could see more of him. I want to know what makes him tick. Really, that guy is fascinating.
Yeah.
But we're talking 59 sacks in 6 years. He's been in double digits 3 of his 7 seasons. And he's making how much money?
91.5 guaranteed.
Then you've got Trey Hendrickson in Cincinnati, who's got 77 sacks. 4 seasons of double digits or more. And I'm talking 13.5, 14, 17, and 17.5 last year, and he's begging for Cincinnati for more money.
Yeah.
Well, how old is Trey Hendrickson?
He's only been in the league 8 years.
So, but
So
he's older than Max, though.
But not by a significant, number of years. It's just
and
weird.
It's a team that won't spend money in the Bengals and team that will spend money in the Raiders.
It's the environment. And I think you're right. I think the Raiders are trying to reset, and they want to make sure they keep one of their biggest stars in tow.
It's a signal to other players in the league.
Yeah.
It's a signal to their fans. It's a signal to Crosby himself that, guys, we're not total bozos. We're trying to get right. Because, quite frankly, for the last half a decade, they've been bozos. The John Gruden thing was a catastrophe.
Antonio Brown
was a catastrophe. Who's the guy? Mike Mayock was a catastrophe.
Bad, yes.
Antonio Pierce was a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Like, Josh McDaniels was
Trading
a catastrophe.
Khalil Mack.
Trading, like everything they've done has been laughably bad.
Until now.
And they got Max Crosby either late in the draft or undrafted. I know he was not high in the draft. They kind of lucked into Max Crosby.
Yeah, I mean, he fell into their lap. And the other thing Max Crosby said is he wants Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
He said, I want Aaron Rodgers. Well,
again,
something to that
Aaron
effect.
Rodgers in Vegas with Pete Carroll is not a terrible idea. I
agree.
It's Aaron Rodgers. You look around the league. Maybe you could make a case. I wouldn't agree with you, but if you want to try to make the case that Sam Darnold might be a better pick, okay, I'll listen.
Yeah.
I'd rather have, if we're talking for a season or two, I think I'd rather have Rodgers.
I've said this on Good Morning Football. This is why I would love to be a GM, but I don't want to be a GM because you would fire me. Because I would take Rodgers before I would take Sam Darnold.
I would too.
The older guy. And probably get fired if it flames out. But I would take that chance. I still think Rodgers is good enough to win with. And I think, I'm not sure which is the real Sam Darnold.
I think I know. And I'm a Sam Darnold fan. You guys have heard me say this. I thought he was going to be a good NFL player, and I think he is a good NFL player.
Good enough to dump $40 million a year?
That's the question.
Yeah.
That's the question. And I don't think so. And I think that's what the Niners are trying to figure out with Brock Purdy, how much to pay him. And then you kind of look at what Seattle is doing right now. They released Tyler Lockett, and DK Metcalf has requested a trade.
Wow.
So, okay. You look at what's going on in San Francisco. We talked about this yesterday, right? That The Niners have let it be known we're open for business.
We're in business. Yeah.
Let us know what you want, and we can talk about anybody on our roster. The Seahawks just got rid of Tyler Lockett, who's been a really good player for them for a pretty long period of time. DK Metcalf saw that, and he's saying, all right, I don't want to be a part of this if this is how this is going to go. The NFC West feels like there's a little bit of unsettledness in this, and then here are the Rams. They're just kind of plugging along.
They got their guy back.
Yeah. They got their same head coach. They're going to have Kyron Williams. You're going to have Puka Nacua.
Yes.
They got their left tackle squared away. Like, this is just, we talk about not a lot of ripples on the pond in the LA Rams.
You can hit the ground running. What does this mean for Geno in Seattle?
That's what I was thinking too.
Really?
So does it mean, is there something where Geno gets traded to somewhere like the Raiders?
You released Lockett, he's gone. DK just requested a trade, so he's still a Seahawk.
Yes.
For now.
Okay.
But maybe he's requesting a trade because he hears rumbling about Geno. He saw what they did to Lockett and then releasing Lockett, and Geno's sitting there writing the wall. I'm like, I need to get out of here as
Let me ask you this. Do you know Geno at all?
Not to say we're friends.
Okay.
Talk, I like you, you're a great player, West Virginia type stuff.
This is why I'm asking, because if I'm Geno Smith, and I don't know his personality, I don't know how he's wired, but if I'm Geno Smith and I'm looking around, and I see what's going on my team, and I'm seeing the kind of the quarterback shuffle that's going on around the league. Who's got the most money? I'm literally just chasing money at this point, because the Seattle thing, you feel kind of capped out. That's going to happen. They may or may not be good, but it doesn't look great. And if you want to pay me to stay, I'll stay, but you're going to have to take care of me. I'm not staying because this is where I got a chance to start. I'm just chasing the Bucks if I'm Geno
We're talking
Smith.
about a fair to Midland team in Seattle right now, not a championship level squad.
Right.
Okay, so you release him and he wants to be traded. Good, more for me.
Yeah.
That could be his thought. And I'll go to work with some new receivers.
Right.
So who knows?
And the receiving class right now is insane, kind of with the amount of people that are either released recently or could be on the trade block. I had the list earlier, but I know that Stephon Diggs is on there.
Chris Godwin,
Keenan
Allen,
Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Amari Cooper, Brandon Cooks, Darius Slay.
Yeah.
And then added to that, Tyler Lockett.
And Metcalf.
There's a lot of wide receivers out there for teams to add to their teams.
How would you sum up DK Metcalf's career?
What a good question. You know, it's funny. I'll answer it like this. When the Rams played Seattle, and they played them twice a year every year, and they played them in the playoffs, at least once, and since they've come back, I think just the one time. He didn't scare me. He doesn't make me feel the way that other great wide receivers do. When the Rams were playing the Bengals in the Super Bowl, and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Taj, it's like, uh-oh.
I puckered when you said it.
Right,
yeah,
when Justin Jefferson came in on a Thursday night, or when the Rams played him on in the playoffs, it's like, you better do something with that dude. Like, there are some... Debo killed the Rams over the years. George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk killed the Rams over the years. I never felt like that with DK. Now, he had some games, he had some plays, but he didn't scare me like that.
He has recorded 900-plus receiving yards in every season since entering the league in 2019.
No, he's a good player, but he doesn't scare me like that. Your question to me was, is he a good player? Absolutely. Oh, my God, I got to deal with DK? No.
Maybe it's how the Rams were constructed on defense, but Lockett scared me more than him.
Me too.
A lot. Yeah, Lockett would absolutely hurt
Me too.
you. But DK had his moments, but maybe more sizzle than steak there with DK.
He's giant.
Looks the part.
He looks the part.
Yeah.
He's outspoken. He's emotional, so he's on your radar a lot, but I never felt like if we don't deal with him, he's going to kill us tonight.
My memory I have of DK Metcalf is him chasing down the guy and the Cardinals, and him chasing down from behind and catching up to him. Buda Baker. That's what
ran him down.
Yeah.
So, but DK Metcalf on a team, and not saying Geno's not on the elite level, but DK on a team, DK in Kansas City with Mahomes, DK in Buffalo with Josh Allen. Oh my God! So that makes sense. I want to go here so I can play with him.
Yeah, that's more a function of those guys than it is him.
Yeah.
That's an Allen Mahomes. I have the utmost respect for them rather than I think Metcalf is awesome.
True.
Yeah.
But that big body, I'm sure one of those quarterbacks can definitely use that, especially in the red zone. Yeah.
Join Steve Mason, 710's Steve Mason, and the ESPN LA Street Team at Cosm this Saturday for college hoops and giveaways. It's Arizona and Kansas. They tip off at 1:30 in the Dome, followed by Duke and Carolina, or you experience the wall-to-wall multi-view in the hall for a full college basketball experience. You can purchase your tickets today at Cosm.com, or you can win a pair of tickets this Thursday on a Cosm Ticket Thursday only on 710. This is just because I read it reminded me of this. I was talking with Bobby, my son, last night. He's like, Dad, have you ever been to Cosm? I'm like, not yet. And he's like, my friends went the other night. They said it's the most amazing thing they've ever seen in their life.
Wow.
Add it to the list of people that completely unsolicited are like, that place is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw the other day was a video of a race there.
Auto?
Like an auto race. And they said it felt like you were actually there. The cars are coming at you, and you're on the turn.
Yeah.
Yes. Sign me up.
We got to go do that.
Yes.
We got to go do that. Great great combos in Laker history. Luka and LeBron on the list already. Coming up next. Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right, GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BB Go for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I love this song.
Do I know this one?
Circles. Malone.
Oh, yeah. I like this guy.
Malone of the Post.
Yeah, come on,
I need
Travis.
to hear I need to hear the voice.
The sweet tones of Posty.
Yeah.
There we go.
This guy got his own Oreos, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he got his own Oreos.
I saw him in the grocery store yesterday. They were on an end cap.
Yeah,
Have they
I think Gaga had her own Oreos for Chromatica back in like 2019 maybe, so it's not uncommon for Oreos.
Why are we messing with Oreos? Just leave them alone.
It's the same taste.
Yeah.
It just looks different.
Yeah. Yellow or green or blue
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
I'm on
Gaga's
stage with
was
Celine
pink.
right now. Hold on. Seasons change, go. I love this song. Come on.
I like it too.
Yeah. Go. Run away, go.
You should get some face tats.
Some face tat? No, I'm not doing that.
Always tired. That's mine.
Always tired?
Yeah, that's what he has under his eye.
Is that what it says? Always tired.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. No, I want to stay employed.
It's a choice.
Posty's
it is a
pretty
choice.
employed.
It's a choice. You're committing.
You are committing.
Yeah.
Posty's worked with every big artist, though, this year. He's quite employed.
Okay, look, if you are a musician, if you are a chef, if you are an artist, if you are somebody that lives in that universe of artistic expression, sure.
You can get a Mike Tyson.
Sure. If you work in an insurance company, it's a different choice.
Not going to happen.
If you're a school teacher, it's a different choice.
Not going to happen. Yes.
Yeah.
There's some really good makeup out there.
That's true. This is true.
I'm just saying.
But why go through it?
I mean, they put hair on you now.
Fake hair.
Spray can hair. Yes, sir.
Did you ask him for it today?
I did not ask today.
Hey, what's up with the hair can?
And I was specifically looking at my hair while I was on camera. I looked okay.
Did you follow Clinton's advice? Did you get your number, complexion number?
I took a picture of it.
Did you?
I did.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you, Clinton.
He hooked you up.
TV vet.
ESPN LA, the Lakers and BB Go teaming up to find the Lakers Gafote. That is the greatest fan of all time. Are you the Gafote? If so, you could win the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats and a year's supply of BB Go. If this is you, go to LakersGafote.com. That's LakersGafote.com to learn how to submit your entry.
Kareem and Magic?
Yep.
That's okay. That's funny. Magic and Worthy. Does that count?
It counts. I would put Kareem and Magic higher on the list.
Okay.
Kobe Shaq.
Kobe Shaq is the other one.
Shaq and Kobe, depending.
Powell and Kobe.
Powell and Kobe.
Yep.
I'm sure there's a few more we're missing. Maybe
those
one
are the big ones.
more.
Those are the big ones. Jerry West and Will Chamberlain.
There you go. That's the one I'm missing. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's pretty. Elgin Baylor and Jerry West.
Maybe Luka and LeBron could be better than all of them. And that's no. Stop that, DeMarco. No. That you got to get past Magic and you got to get past Shaq and Kobe first.
Shaq and Kobe, Kareem and Magic, Elgin and Jerry are pretty darn good combinations.
How many years did Kobe and Powell were together for? How many?
They won 2
championships?
titles together.
Okay, start there.
Yeah.
Start there and then work your way to Showtime. But could be. It depends on how many years LeBron has left. Because Luka's going to be doing this for 10 years.
Keep going.
Yeah. It depends on how many years LeBron can keep this up at 40.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That is why. A couple of things. Number one, that we can ask the question, I think, speaks to how good this combo is already. They've played, what have they played together? 8 or 9 games? Something like that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. They've played 8 or 9 games. They're like, hey, is this Shaq and Kobe? And I know it's premature. But it's not that premature. And you're right. Luka, assuming health and assuming that he commits to being a all-time great, his runway's very long. He's got a long runway in front of him and a chance to win multiple championships here in Los Angeles. LeBron's runway, we don't know how long it is, but it's not 10 years long.
Yep.
It's probably not 5 years long. It might be 3. It might be 4. You never know. But I think that's why they got to make a run. They got to get one, and they got to go do it in the postseason. All those combos that we talked about, they had moments in the postseason that we remember.
No doubt. This will be Luka and LeBron and Luka and about 3 other guys that are all-stars before this is all said and done.
Yeah.
So this will be the Luka LeBron era. For how long does it last? But maybe you could help me. How many more years did Magic give Kareem? Because Kareem was up there.
Many.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to put a number on it, but when Magic showed up in 80, you could tell it took a minute, but I thought Winning Time actually did a pretty good job of this. Like, Kareem was still, if not the best player in the league, he probably was, but in the top 3 or 4. But Kareem, through the middle part to the late part of the 80s, was an older player.
Yes.
Like, he'd been in the league a long time. And he had moments, the series in Boston, of course, is the most legendary one where he just like, oh my God, that's vintage Kareem, even though he's closing in, in late 30s and 40 years old. LeBron has not started to dip like Kareem did. Like, LeBron is still at that top level. So who knows if Luka could have a similar impact on LeBron?
That's what I'm saying.
Are we talking 4 more years?
You don't have to do this, big fella. I'll carry the load. All I need you to do is do that. You're free to hit your skyhook. You're free to just play this part of your game. I'll handle the rest.
Yeah.
It seems like that's the way you're going with LeBron, with Luka.
But what's
with the way JJ explains it.
Yeah.
Luka is controlling this.
Oh, yeah.
Luka is manipulating this offense. Then let LeBron, all you have to do is be that. I'll do the rest.
Yes. But it's not like LeBron's just kind of standing there waiting. Like, he's as active as we've seen him in a really long time. And defensively, offensively, player of the month.
Right.
At 40. I mean, it's just, it is an extraordinary accomplishment. And it isn't okay, hey, look, you've been really quiet for 3 or 4 games. We need one from you tonight. He's been the best player on the court, or the second best player on the court, since they've been together.
Yes, I'm sure Luka's learning from him too. When
Sure.
you think you made the right basketball play, and it swings to LeBron and he hits it. Like, wow, I didn't know we could do that. Yeah, you can do this on this play. Learn that. File this away for later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So your basketball IQ is growing. But Luka, like we said, he is taking over L.A., so to speak. And that's fine. You trust
Has
that.
it sunk in yet?
That it's a Luka-led team?
Not that it's a Luka-led team, that Luka's here.
Yes, it has.
Not for me, it
When
hasn't.
you start to think Lakers, the first face that comes to your mind is Luka now.
I was watching the game again last night, and I did it all over again. How is he here? The Mavericks thing looks dumber by the day.
Yeah.
They look worse by the day, and Emily read off that long list of things that have gone wrong. But that he's here. The Lakers, and I was about to say I feel bad saying it. I don't feel bad saying it. The Lakers were boring and going nowhere. That the answer to, they could, yeah, they could.
There's no argument
Anything
against that.
could happen.
It wasn't fun, and you weren't going anywhere.
It was boring, and it was a dead end.
Even when they won, it was uninspiring.
Yeah.
And you knew this was going to end without a championship.
And I remember talking about, they could make a trade. Yeah, okay. I said it. Who are they going to trade for that's just going to open up the window for the next? And the answer was there is nobody. They're not going to trade Giannis. They're not going to trade Jokic. You're not going to get one of these guys.
I did have a question about that.
But they got one.
Darvin Ham refused to play Austin Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
What if he did with LeBron and AD?
Look, he's clearly a really good player.
Yeah.
And it would have helped. But as good as Austin Reeves is, he's not that.
I mean, but if you would have unleashed that, I mean, maybe this whole thing is different. Maybe you're a little bit better and you don't make the trade. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe.
It worked out the way that it's supposed to.
Yes.
But I'm not kidding you. Every night I turn on Laker game, and I can't wait to see Luka, and the game starts. It's like, what? When he hit those 3 threes in a row last night, right? I'm like, how is he here?
Yeah.
Why is, and they gave up Anthony Davis, who's he's a Hall of Fame player. He's not even a good player. He's a great player. That is the biggest. Of course I'll do that trade. It just doesn't make any damn sense.
I think maybe what Nico Harrison said could have been true about Luka. He's not interested in playing defense. They value defense. He won't get in shape. He won't stop going to hookah bars, whatever. All that stuff may be true.
Mm-hmm.
But the way he's playing here now, it's looking more and more like that is a Mavericks failure than a Luka thing. Like you couldn't get him motivated to be his best self. Maybe this had to happen for Luka to get back in Luka gear.
I'm going to say something. I don't want to just get taken out of context. I don't care if he's smoking meth at halftime. He stays.
You tried to hold that in.
You know what I mean? Like he stays.
Right.
He's too good.
Yeah.
Let's get him a treatment program. Let's figure this out.
Parting ways with Luka, either way is wrong. Yes.
The only and it's the slimmest possibility of grace that I will allow the Dallas Mavericks here. They could have been damned if they do and damned if they don't. They're damned if they trade him because we're looking at it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, nothing ever changes. And he's perpetually overweight. And he's just.
How do you rock his world if he's still a Maverick?
And you just gave him another $350 million.
Right.
How do you get that guy's attention?
So it may be the right thing to do, but the wrong thing to do ultimately.
Damned if you do, damned if you.
Right.
Like I said, I can't say what
I'm with you.
There's literally one scenario that would make me trade him, and I'm not even going to say it. But
don't even say that.
I'm not. That's it. There's
I'm
no,
like
there's
you,
nothing
like
else.
the Dodgers. I could care less what you think. Luka's here. This is fun. Yay!
I can't get over it. Here's what they got coming up in their next 5 games. They got the Knicks here tomorrow night. Then they go to Boston on Saturday.
Always good.
At Brooklyn. Brooklyn's better, not great, but better. And then at Milwaukee, at Denver. So 4 of their next 5 games on the road, 4 of their next 5 games against pretty darn good teams.
All against plus 500 teams.
Yep.
So another thing. And another quote from J.J. Redick. I love this stuff. You have to look at it like a positive. An
opportunity.
The opportunity. The upcoming schedule. And I love that. It's an opportunity to do what? To prove you're one of the best teams in basketball. Not the other way.
If they come through this with 3 or 4 wins, God forbid 5 wins, the hype surrounding this team is going to be off the hook because it's already getting there, right? And I want to talk about this when we come back. I think there's something with LeBron too. We talk about Player of the Year or Player of the Month, 50,000 points last night. But there's something a little less tangible that I think has taken place as well. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The legend of LeBron continues to grow, and we're witnessing greatness every time he steps on the floor.
Laker Nation, on your feet and honor LeBron James.
Cross court to LeBron. 3 for 50,000. It's good. LeBron goes over 50K, and the crowd comes to its feet.
The first and only player in NBA history to reach 50,000 career points.
I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. It's a hell of a lot of points. I'm super blessed to be able to put that many points up in the best league in the world.
A historical milestone that will likely never be matched again.
50K points. I can't even explain how insane that is. And he might get to 70K. You never know.
LeBron's legacy is etched in NBA history, and you are living it all here.
The home of LeBron and the Lakers is 710 ESPN.
Pickleball.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. You can run your game all season long on Prize Picks, and it's the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. The app is super easy to use. You just create a lineup. All you have to do is pick more or less on a few players for your shot to win up to 1,000 times your money. And on Prize Picks, you can mix and match player projections on different sports. Combine your favorite basketball players with your best guys from baseball, hockey, esports, and much, much more. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Download the app today and use code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 710 for first-time users. Prize Picks, run your game.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. Classes start March 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
I had one of those inconveniences that pops up occasionally. It's one of those things. It's like it gets taken care of, but it's just a massive pain in the neck.
What?
I woke up, checked my phone. I had a text from American Express.
Oh.
I'm like, all right. I looked at it. I'm like, that doesn't, it looked fishy, right? It was,
Okay.
It said it was from American Express, but it didn't feel like a text from American Express. So I'm
Okay.
like, nah, I don't know. And so I didn't click on it. I just opened it. I'm like, I'm not clicking that tab, not doing that.
Yeah.
Go to my email, look at it. I have 5 emails from American Express saying, did you charge this? Did you charge this?
Oh,
Did
they're
you-"
checking.
They got me.
Oh, okay. They what?
Somebody got the number.
Somebody got your number.
They ran up, and it was all weird. It's like
Yeah.
$200 in charges at FedEx stores. Like
Oh, wow.
Kinko's, do we have Kinko's anymore? I don't think so. I think they're called FedEx Office or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So now, cancel the card, got to all that.
Oh, that sucks. That
And
sucks.
It's like they didn't even get anything good.
That's
they went
a
to
headache.
FedEx office. Go to the Apple
The
store.
teacher.
Yeah,
Drinking
it's like,
coffee.
what are we doing here? Now I got to reload my Apple Pay and all this other stuff.
I'm going to resist the urge to turn to Jorge because I don't want to pigeonhole him. But are those scammer things real with your credit card?
What do you mean scammer things?
What do you call those things? Where they
Scanner?
Where they steal your credit card number when you slide it in, slide
Oh,
it out.
yeah.
What do they call those things again?
Scanner?
What do they call those? Jorge?
Skimmer.
Skimmer. Is that legit? Does that actually happen?
Why are you asking Jorge? It's
That's
his
why I'm
profile.
not asking Jorge.
Hey, this is an HR violation.
Exactly. I got you on tape, bro.
Everybody turns to him when you need to know something. How do I hook this up? Turn to Jorge.
There's a gas station in my neighborhood that everyone that has ever gone there has had their credit card number
Really?
stolen from. Yeah,
Okay.
and it's just to the point now. I think if you tap, you're less likely to get
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
That they can't get
If
you
I
as
can't
much.
tap, I'll cancel the transaction.
Yeah, I don't want to swipe.
Well, I've seen videos of guys that go to gas stations that you can pull out that. Yeah, so that's what I rather tap nowadays.
Is anyone you know ever got caught up
No,
in
I've
that?
never-
Me either. No. Okay.
What do you mean get caught up?
Like Publishers Clearinghouse. Have you ever met anyone that's won that?
Won it? No.
Yeah, or known anyone that's won that?
I do know somebody that won the California lottery.
Okay, that's a lottery, but yeah, I just these whole scammer things,
So
whatever you call them.
the one time they got me, I went through a drive-through, and they took my card, and then I didn't think anything of it, right? So the guy takes the card, the little window closes, and then he's like, "Okay, here's your receipt." And I'm like, "Dude, where's my card?" He's like, "Oh, he forgot my card." He gives me my card. He's like, "Have a good day." Get my food, and I leave. 2 days later, they were making charges to my card. So I'm like, that is where
that's
he
how they
copied my
get
number.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So be careful, man. Like,
And
when
that's why I just pay on the app for whatever fast food thing ahead of time.
You can do that. You can tap the other thing. It's just you got to go. Well, I pay the electrical bill. You pay the trash bill. Like all these things are connected to these cards, and when they get sniped, it sucks.
Is that how that works? So you've already paid for it, and you just show your phone?
Say for example, I go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
I have already placed my order. I say, "Hi, I have a mobile order for Emily. It's this code," and I just go up.
And they just
I do
hand
that
it to
for
you?
Chick-fil-A. I do that for Taco
Changed my
Bell.
life.
I do that all the time.
I was doing cash, man.
Oh yeah,
I like cash.
Cash,
Yeah,
bro. It's
same.
easy.
I like cash.
You know what? Chuck Knox, first thing he taught us as pros when I was a rookie. Remember now, cash is untraceable. Let's have a good practice.
You know what that means?
What?
Chuck had some guys get in trouble.
You dang right.
Hey, you gotta put that on
Chuck
a
had some
t-shirt.
guys leave a paper trail. Chuck had some guys
No
that
doubt.
wrote down their government name on some documents that they shouldn't
no
have.
doubt. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is too good. Join Mason, the ESPN LA Street team at Cosm this Saturday for college hoops and giveaways. It's Arizona against Kansas. Tip-offs at 1:30 in the Dome, followed by Duke, Carolina, or experience the wall-to-wall multi-view in the hall for the full college basketball experience. Purchase your tickets at Cosm.com, or you can win a pair of tickets this Thursday. That would be tomorrow on Cosm Ticket Thursday, only on 710 ESPN. So obviously the Lakers are better with LeBron. Obviously they have rediscovered a defensive recipe that really works for them. They're just swarming the ball. Vando coming back helps a great deal.
Man.
Dorian Finney-Smith has been really good. Jackson Hayes has been, like you said, he's been really good for them since this whole thing has went down. But there's something else that I think is a little less tangible, but you can really kind of feel it when you watch these games. And you've been to some games. I haven't had a chance to see it in person yet, and I'm wondering if you can kind of pick up on it. LeBron can smell it in the air. He knows they're good.
I think so.
Like he this is one of those, when he was with AD in that group, it's like, is there a path? Yeah, but that's like flipping a coin. It's got to land on heads 35 times in a row. Could it happen? Yeah. Is it going to? No. Right? This is just, nothing weird needs to happen. We just need to play well. We need to stay healthy. We need to play well. We need to compete. And we got a chance to beat anybody. And you can feel his re-engagement on a level that is palpable.
Do you remember the movie Remember the Titans?
Uh-huh.
What was his name? Gary Bertier.
Uh-huh.
He had a friend named Ray.
Okay.
And Ray just would not come along with the whole integration thing. He
Right.
fought it. He
Right.
would not block. And it made Gary Bertier understand that sometimes I have to separate myself from even my friends for team success. It could be like that with AD and LeBron. I'm just spitballing. I love this dude. I would love to win with you, but it just ain't going to happen. I may not like this current setup with Luka. I may not like the fact that Luka is becoming the face of this franchise while I'm still in sneakers. But this is our best chance to win, which is my only goal in life.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like that's where he's at, and as long as he accepts that role, you get the Jackson Hayes we're seeing right now. You get the Vando we're seeing right now. You get the Dorian Finney-Smith we're seeing right now. You get the Austin Reeves that we see. As long as LeBron is accepting of what's going on, I think this team is championship level right now.
He seems to have been 100% on board with what's going on. And even if you take out the
because if it goes backwards and he rejects it, this could be a disaster.
Well, it'd be a disaster for him. It wouldn't be a disaster for the Lakers.
But you could sabotage the team.
In the very short term.
Right.
Because the glove is on the other hand.
Yeah.
If you come along or not.
Right now, LeBron is how do you say he's rewarding and he's giving props to guys playing hard on defense.
Mm-hmm.
It could be like if he's salty, I don't like the way the team did this, and they're stealing my team from me.
Mm-hmm.
He could make fun of those guys for being all-out effort guys on defense. Now, maybe half of them don't care, but the 2 or 3 that listen to him, the team is tanked now.
It's interesting because I don't know if there has to be a personal, interpersonal relationship element to this to kind of go to what we're talking about. Like, to me, this could be strictly a basketball thing. He and Anthony Davis could be best friends.
Uh-huh.
He and Anthony Davis could go and, buy houses next to each other and live as buddies for the next 50 years together. But he knows Luka's a better player. This gives me a better chance that Jackson Hayes has developed into a perfect role player for what we need, that Dorian Finney-Smith, hey, this is a perfect fit. Austin Reeves is a dude that, hey, you know what? We got a real chance. And it has nothing to do with my feelings. It's just, I know basketball, right? I'm LeBron James. I know a winning team when I see it. And he's looking around the room and saying, we got a winning team.
No doubt.
We got the right coach. We got the right players. We've got somebody that can do just as much as I can, just as often as I can. Let's go do this.
You should appreciate it.
And bring everybody along. And even like to your scenario, sure, makes perfect sense. But the other one could be, look, I'm sorry to see these guys go, but we're just this much better over here.
It was the AD tribute video that kind of got me thinking. You could see how close AD and LeBron are.
Mm-hmm.
And even if he did know about the trade before it happened, there's no way he did know. There's no way you could tell AD that he knew.
I don't think AD knew.
No. There's no way that LeBron could tell AD he knew this was coming.
Right.
Even if he did. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Yeah. That's how close they are. You could tell that by that little tribute video.
That's one of those things. It's like, all right, that's one of the few things you don't tell your wife. Right. Like they're
exactly.
I'm sharing everything with you, but you know what?
That could hurt you.
For my best and probably for yours as well. I'm just going to keep this one to myself.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to literally take this to my grave.
Yes. I could really see LeBron winning the championship, turning it on. Let's give him the full thing. He wins MVP. This is my last year. Everybody loves LeBron.
Not crazy.
And he thanks AD while he's doing it.
100%.
I could totally see him doing that.
Yeah. Look, the only part of that scenario that you laid out that I don't love is that you said it's his last year.
Oh, well, yeah, that's pie in the sky. Yeah.
But no, look, let's run it back. Right. Look, they're going to be better next year.
Right.
They have an off season. They've got a draft. They've got some stuff that they can go in and tinker with a little bit.
40, bro.
DeMarco,
at some point.
Wouldn't we have said the same thing at 37?
I know, but come on.
Wouldn't we have said the same thing at 38?
We did.
And
but
39.
And he keeps proving us wrong.
Player of the month.
It's ridiculous.
If you're making a top 5 list in the NBA and you haven't said LeBron James's name,
you're
top
a hater.
5 for right now, your list is wrong.
You're a hater. Yeah.
Your list is inaccurate.
No doubt.
I'm not saying, for the next 3 or 4 years. I'm saying right now, you're listening to 5 or 6 or whatever number. If LeBron's not on it, you did it wrong.
I agree. And his level of buy-in to this whole thing has been exemplary because the team has taken off.
It sure has. Hot and Cold is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand. DeMarco, 213-747-2000. You've called Joe after you got rear-ended in your car.
Yes.
My son Bobby, we called Joe after he was involved in an accident. So we're here to tell you, this isn't just that we're telling you to do it. We've actually done it ourselves.
You should have heard the guy from the insurance company stammer. When I asked Joe for some advice, and I used that against the guy, and they go, it was just so funny. Accidents are devastating in the recovery process. I almost felt bad for the guy. It's difficult to deal with.
Almost.
No one should face it alone. Almost.
Yeah.
No insurance company is ever on your side. Joe is. Joe and his staff permanently on your side.
What DeMarco just said is perfect too. It's like, oh God, they got somebody that knows what they're doing.
Right.
And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for an expert in this, and that's what Joseph S. Normand is. He's an expert in getting you what you're entitled to, not just what the insurance company is offering. 213-747-2000. 213-747-2000 and normandlegal.com.
Tell them Travis and DeMarco sent you.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
I would run through a wall for JJ Redick.
Well, I think that.
No, I mean just me as a talk show. I would literally run through a wall for JJ.
We should make that happen. See that? Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody find a wall. Believe me, I think there's plenty. We'll find one of them around here. I can run into it.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun and excitement? You got to check out Chumba Casino. It's 100% free to play. No purchase required. Enjoy hundreds of thrilling social casino games anytime, anywhere, like bingo, slingo, slots, and solitaire. Get in the action. Play now for a chance to redeem some serious prizes at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
That's not my jam. I'm not a Glazer.
Yeah, right. You are the king of Glazers
that
around
is
here.
So untrue.
It goes Sedano, Cappy, and Mason, all 1, 2, 3.
Who do I glaze?
Every person that walked. You glazed Mario when he sat there.
You're a little guilty of
Wait a minute, I'm nice to Mario. I played his song. What am I supposed to do?
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
The legend of LeBron continues to grow, and we're witnessing greatness every time he steps on the floor.
Laker Nation, on your feet, and honor LeBron James.
Cross court to LeBron. 3 for 50,000. It's good. LeBron goes over 50K, and the crowd comes to its feet.
The first and only player in NBA history to reach 50,000 career points.
I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. It's a hell of a lot of points. I'm super blessed to be able to put that many points up in the best league in the world.
A historical milestone that will likely never be matched again.
50K points. I can't even explain how insane that is. And he might get to 70K. You never know.
LeBron's legacy is etched in NBA history, and you are living it all here.
The home of LeBron and the Lakers is 710 ESPN.
Pickleball. As you know, we've welcomed a new partner here at 710 ESPN, Next Gen. Next Gen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to Next Gen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
Thanks.
Hody. Aloha. You.
Yabaseo.
What's hot is Lemon Daddy. We got a new Lemon Daddy, everybody.
Oh, you sent me that.
Let's all rejoice. We have a new Lemon Daddy billboard, and it is also another white guy from the Lakers. It's not Austin Reeves. It is Dalton Connect.
Oh,
I saw this when I was passing. I was by Fairfax and La Cienega, and I had to snap a pic of it. And it says, "New car troubles, connect with Lemon Daddy."
Ooh.
And I don't know why this billboard just makes me laugh, and that you see Lemon Daddy. Just, I don't know. Makes me happy.
They've got a type.
Got a type.
We've all got a type,
okay,
right? And Lemon Daddy has a type. They like
the white guys on the Lakers.
Guards on the Lakers.
Yeah,
like white shooters on the Lakers.
It's like the drummer for Kiss. You're going to be a cat no matter what. Yeah, this is what you are. You're going to be a cat.
Yeah, that's the one they always swap out, right?
Yeah, what is Lemon Daddy?
It's a law firm.
It's a law firm. It's if your car is a lemon, you can go to them and they'll do the lemon law.
Lemon Daddy. Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Okay.
So anyway, I just thought it was funny. And
do you have a type, DeMarco?
Well,
let me think about that.
Because I've established mine.
Wait.
Clearly.
How are you asking me? Do I have a type?
I'm just asking. I'm going to let you take that in any direction you want to take it.
I think I might have a few types.
Yeah. I've got a type, and different type in celebrities and in people in my real life that I date. So anyway, it's not great.
Wait, did you say real life?
Give me the celebrity at the top of the list for you.
Celebrity at the top of the list, like Andrew Garfield, probably right now.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, but like this version of him right now, he came out with Goldie Hawn at the Oscars, and he just
respect.
He knows what he's doing.
Okay,
he has
knows what he's doing.
he has his shirt unbuttoned, like he knew what he's doing. Young Kevin Costner.
That made an impact on you. You've mentioned that several times.
Reminding everybody about young Kevin Costner.
So like a non-famous Andrew Garfield is your type?
Not in real life. My real life is like chefs, guys with tattoos on their hands and like their arms and stuff. And
you know what else likes tattoos?
Who?
My daughter.
Yeah,
likes guys
tattoos.
with tattoos.
Guys with long hair.
Okay.
Yes,
tattoos.
Unshaven.
It's not necessarily
unshaven isn't a yes or no, but most of the time all that comes with shaven, unshaven. But yeah, hand tat specifically.
Kelly likes people that look like they slept in the street.
But she doesn't like guys with warrants, right? Just look like they have
I don't
warrants.
think because look, it's different. Like when you and I, if you saw somebody with tattoos, that's kind of letting you know a certain. That's not true anymore.
You've been inside. Yeah.
It's not true. Now you just you're a line chef.
Okay.
Nobu.
Yeah, no,
you know,
chefs are big. I've realized as I've been going along. Chefs, when I was in college, it was funny that like guys that went to Purdue for some reason. Anyway, it was weird.
Chef Ramsay?
No, that's not the chef I'm talking about.
I'm trying to think of like who's the hot chef.
So do you ever
think
watch
of The Bear.
Like Chopped?
Yeah, the people on The Bear
Done.
basically.
Got it.
Honestly, Maddie Matheson.
Yeah.
From The Bear.
Okay.
100%.
Got it.
Yeah.
Have you watched Chopped or Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives?
Chopped, yes.
Okay, so all of the contestants on Chopped, I shouldn't say all, but a majority of them are heavily tattooed.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, making sense. Yeah.
But it's different now.
Also, Chef's such a bad person to date. Their lives are so
The
all over
hours
the
are
place.
bananas.
And it comes with a whole host of issues. But anyway,
Oh,
we're not going to talk about that. So Cold is this one Orioles fan.
This
so
is great.
A woman, they were at spring training. ESPN was at spring training, and Buster Olney was going into the crowd asking people their opinions about their teams, opinion about the other teams that are playing. And he sat down with a woman who is seemingly a lifelong Orioles fan. She is older, and she had this to say.
How old do you think?
I would probably venture to say like in the mid-70s.
Okay.
So this is her opinion about the AL East.
Here you go. Give me a prediction about the American League East. Who's going to win it?
I have great fears of the Skankies because they're loaded. They'll buy their way out of anything.
The Skankies.
So she, yeah. So that's
So
her
good.
opinion.
I fear Skankies too.
Would you fear her as well?
If I heard my mom is in her
Yes.
70s, right? My mom, I think she's 76 or so. I think she's 77. If I heard my mom call the Yankees the Skankies, I would fall off my chair.
Hilarious,
That's
right?
amazing. It's so good.
I can't see her, but I'm picturing Marge Schott. Am I close?
I didn't see her either.
I don't
just
know
heard
who
the
that
sound.
is.
Okay.
You don't. Oh, Em, welcome
That's
to
a whole
a
deep
deep dive that you have coming your way. Go get to work.
I don't know how to even spell that.
SCHOTT.
You won't believe it.
But what's the first name?
Marge.
Marge.
Oh, Marge. That's the one.
Another thing that would not play today.
It didn't play then.
It would. Sorta, but it would never come close. to
No,
happening
it would
now.
be different then. But people that openly support the Nazis are typically not particularly popular.
Openly supported. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Skankies. That is so
Own the Reds.
good.
Yes, yeah.
That is so good. I want that lady to watch a ball game with.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Skankies.
Yeah.
I like that.
Baseball brings out the worst in
That's
people.
me
which
in
is what
50
makes
years,
it
too.
better.
I'll be
Skankies.
saying that.
What's the Dodger diss? What do the Padres say about the Dodgers?
They buy it all. It's,
Do they have a name? Do the
No,
Giants
I
have a
don't-
name for the Dodgers?
No.
What rhymes with Dodger?
Yeah.
What can you say?
Codger?
Codgers?
I
No,
don't know.
not that. No.
Dodge, look, call us whenever you want. I don't
No,
care.
look at you.
I don't care.
Look at you.
We're gonna go win 150 games
I'm
and
telling
win the World Series in 2 games and
See?
just they'll cancel
You
after the
got
first
that
2. It's like,
gorgeous George
we
now."
quit. We're out of here. It's all done. It's all done
Peon.
as well. Hot and Cold is brought to you by NextGen, the official AC heating and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXTGen, 833-3-NEXGEN, or visit NextGen Air
Can I
and Plumbing.
tell you one thing before we go?
Yeah,
I did
please.
not know this, and blame Greg. Do you see my coffee cup here?
Yeah, so it's like a little thermos kind of thing.
I went in his office and poured me a cup of coffee. I did not check temperature. I did not know.
Okay.
Stone cold coffee.
Oh, it's from yesterday?
It's
Or-
from 2 days ago.
No, he wasn't here 2 days ago.
Or-
It says
That's from
Friday.
Friday coffee.
That's a week old.
Friday coffee, and I've been sipping on this thing for like the last 2 hours. Yeah.
They still have the old other thing over here.
I had no idea. I thought it was
That-
just cold coffee from today.
Pretty not good. That might be Greg's Ebola coffee too, because they didn't come to work over the
He
last
doesn't
couple
have
of days.
Ebola.
He might.
He definitely doesn't.
I'm going to need to see paperwork.
Okay,
before
then a big paper that says no Ebola.
Ebola free.
Whatever it is, it might be me now.
He's Ebola free. By the way, that was a thing. Like, hey, when are we all going to get Ebola? And then never happened.
Never happened.
Yeah.
Oh my
Is
gosh.
it still around?
I think so.
I don't want it. I'm not asking.
No,
it
not
for
at
it
all.
to
Well,
be
this
around.
coffee could kill it.
Yeah.
It's 2 days old.
No,
2
that
days old.
lives forever. Even
Right.
Ebola in Greg's coffee goes away. The Dumps coming up next. Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now boarding Group A. Please have your boarding passes ready to scan. If your phone is cracked, old, or was chewed up by your Chihuahua travel companion, please refrain from holding up the line. We ask that you kindly not be that guy, and instead simply go to Verizon and trade in any phone from their top brands in any condition on any unlimited plan for the new Samsung Galaxy S25 with Galaxy AI.
With new line on my plan. Additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
As of 9 a.m. this morning, our EV trucking company is officially in operation.
Andrew's zero-emission trucks are driving the transportation category forward.
We'll make driving safer, easier, and less stressful.
Now our technology needs to keep up with demand.
He needs to put pedal to the metal on hiring more software engineers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
Here's one. ESPN reporter Tim Bontemps thinks that Anthony Davis should not play again for the Dallas Mavericks, that he should ask to be traded away from them, or that the Mavericks should trade him away.
Well, let's hear him say it himself. It's
All
on
right.
the Hoop Collective podcast. This is them.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think Anthony Davis should ever play for the Mavericks again. He shouldn't play the rest of the season, and they should trade him this summer.
I mean, that's aggressive.
It's not aggressive. Nico Harrison talked about there having a 3 or 4 year window with this group that included this season. Okay, Kyrie Irving is going to be a 33-year-old guard who just had a catastrophic knee injury, was a player option for next season. You basically have to write him off at being a major contributor for next season. Maybe he can come back and do that. You have to assume if you're running the franchise, he's not going to do that. At that point, Anthony Davis will have 1 year guaranteed left on his deal. He's going to be approaching his 33rd birthday. This team has really no ability to contend as it stands now without a proper star next to Anthony Davis.
What do you make of that?
That's a pretty good sound, but pretty compelling when you think about it. With if they had a 3 year window with Kyrie and he just blew out his knee, and he's 33, there's a good chance.
And that time can be a year and a half recovery.
Yeah, he may not come back. Or if he does, he's not going to be the same.
He'll be less than.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense. I hate to hear that or say that, but it does make a lot of sense. I didn't ask to be here. You traded for me.
I don't think they could. Let me rephrase. They obviously could because they traded Luka Doncic, so God knows what they're capable of doing. But how could you make the move that they made for Luka and then in the span of a few months move off the guy you got from Luka?
If it's going sideways and it's not going to work and you know it, I just saw this tweet this morning. 3 a.m. I thought the Lakers could actually trade for Anthony Davis next year. Right.
I mean, is that I didn't see that. Is that possible? Like, could you have all three of those guys on your team at the same time?
I don't want. If AD says I don't want to play, trade me. What if he says trade me back here?
I don't know enough apron stuff.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, but that. Yeah, I mean that makes a whole lot of sense. What he said. If you brought me here for a 3 year window and a big part, at least a third of that is
gone.
Off the table.
It's gone. Look, best case scenario, Kyrie comes back late next year.
Maybe.
Best case scenario, and he's probably not the player that he is right now. That takes a year and a half, couple of years to kind of come fully back. I mean,
I'm in a worse situation than when I left.
The Kyrie injury took what was already a catastrophe, the Doncic trade, and made it what's beyond a calamity, a catastrophe, a pandemic, all rolled into one.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's unrecoverable from.
Yeah, that's great. Yes, it is.
You can't recover from this because you're not going to get a chance to draft another player like Luka because those guys come around about once every 15 or 20 years. They just don't come around. You're nowhere.
I'm a big honor your contract guy. You're paid to play, but at some point, like, this is against your will. Well, not against your will.
Yeah.
You didn't ask for this.
That's not what I signed up for.
Not what I signed up for at all.
Yeah.
And this is your mess, not mine. I don't want to play.
I'm with you. Yeah. Like I agree to play for you, to work for you for X amount of years for X amount of dollars.
Yes.
I'm going to honor that.
And I signed it.
Yes. The flip side of that is, and I'm still what you and I just described. The flip side of that is, yeah, but why are you able to send me somewhere else? If you could just instantly say, DeMarco, we've decided that we're trading you to Bally Sportsnet.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to work for Bally Sportsnet. Yeah, well, we just decided we're going to do that.
Yeah.
You should also be able to go to them and go, I don't want to be here anymore. Yeah, but we signed a contract. Yeah, but I don't want to be here anymore. This isn't what I signed up for. I signed up to do this for you. This isn't the same group. I'm out.
Player empowerment's big in the NBA. I've had this discussion with NFL ownership. Some people. Like, that's not fair. You get to send the player wherever and you whatever. You know what the ownership guy told me? We'll buy a team and change it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the way it works, right?
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Do you subscribe to Apple TV?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to need your credentials to log in so I don't have to buy it. Because here's why.
What's coming?
Apple TV on March 28th is releasing a 3-part docuseries about the Dodgers and the Yankees and their World Series, behind-the-scenes interviews with players.
Ooh, nice. About this
most recent World Series.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Why would you need to watch that?
Because I want to live it all over again.
He will consume anything relating to that Dodgers World Series. Do you know how many times a day he has the Freddie Freeman home run pop up on his page? You know, how many times yesterday did Dodger-related content to the World Series pop up on your timeline?
Oh, I don't know. Too many to count.
Yeah, exactly. You would relive that every day for years. Me, when UVA won the
National
championship in basketball, I don't think I went a week without watching the highlights from those games for a year.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not letting this down. This was something I felt like I put my heart into.
I was on Instagram last night, and I'm flipping through it, and the thing was best father-son duos in Major League history.
Okay.
First slide was the Griffeys.
Yes.
Like, cool, yeah, absolutely. Ken and Junior, for sure. 2 really good players. Second slide was the Bonzes.
Okay.
Right? Barry and Bobby.
Bobby.
Like, yeah, great. The third slide was the Dodgers and the Yankees.
Oh.
And you know what it immediately cut to?
What?
The pitch from Cortez. Swung on, deep drive to right. And like, here we go.
Oh,
watched it all over again.
God, that's bad. That's horrible. That's
horrible. And it
horrible.
got me, but I'm like, here we go
That's
all over
good.
again.
Yep.
Yeah, so just send me an email with your Apple TV
You
creds,
got it.
and I'll sign
But
it.
what can you learn that you don't know?
I'm not looking to learn anything. I'm looking to have a good time.
You lived through it. You
He's
lived
looking for
each
another
day.
angle.
I'm looking to get the hair on my arm to stand up all over. Look, Kirk Gibson, 1988. We're closing in on 40 years.
Yeah.
Or no, 50 years.
Okay.
No, 40 years. 40 years. We're closing in on 40 years. Every single time that comes up, the hair on the back of my neck stands up.
Really?
Every single time.
And with the Freddie
one will be the same
like
way.
the Apple TV cameras, they must be amazing. So
They're-
you're going to get the most clear shot
So
of
if
all
you're getting
this.
the most
just
clear
sold me.
shot, the best
Yeah.
of people's phone footage that pops up on Instagram gives me the hair stand.
But that you just sold me on that. But if I break out the VHS and put in Star Wars: A New Hope, you know the Death Star is going to blow up.
Yep.
So why are you surprised?
Because I still like to watch the Death Star
If we
blow up.
watch Titanic, you know this thing's going down, and Jack ain't going to make it. Right.
Just like the Titanic, I'm standing out in front of that boat like, let's go.
I can't
Let's
talk
go.
him off the list.
No. You like Tracy Morgan, right?
I do.
Me too.
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan will star as a disgraced former football player, rehabilitating his image in a new NBC comedy pilot from Tina Fey and other 30 Rock alums, including Robert Carlock and Sam Means.
Oh, a disgraced football player.
Put it in my veins. I need this right
I'm
now.
100% in.
Wow, like what? Like Michael Vick?
It's Tracy Morgan's age, so
I
it has
know.
to be someone around that.
I'm trying to think like rehabbed image, like Michael Vick rehabbing his image, or what?
With
Antonio
Tracy,
Brown?
But I'm assuming because it's Tracy Morgan, because it's Tina Fey, and 30, it's going to be a comedy, obviously.
Of course.
So it's got to be something
Where are you
outrageous
coming
and
back
goofy.
from?
It'll
Right,
be, by the way, it could be like what would be like an even goofier thing of dog fighting? Like, what would be...
I'm trying to think.
Like, cat fighting. I don't know what it would be. But
What's the most outlandish story you've heard? That's not like, doesn't cross the line into something bad.
Like it would be like maybe he embezzled money for some stupid scheme or something like that.
Something.
Well,
dumb.
they are much funnier and much more
Yes.
better at writing these shows than us, and I think it's going to be fantastic.
That's going to be great. Oh my God, that's funny.
I still can't. Speaking of things you watch over, I watched Black Jeopardy again the other day.
Hilarious.
And it's because Eddie Murphy's doing Tracy Morgan next to Tracy Morgan.
Yes,
incredible.
I saw the what was the prison one with Eddie Murphy?
Scared Straight
with Martin Lawrence.
Yeah,
all the way, whatever it was. Yeah.
No. They're talking about the SNL sketch with Kenan Thompson and Will Ferrell and Eddie Murphy.
Come on.
And Jason Sudeikis jumping up on the desk that makes them all break every time. He tried to do it like a different height or a different timing each time, which was why they always break.
And I'm watching the Oscars my way. Piece by piece.
Okay.
I don't have to watch the entire 4-hour show.
Has anything you've seen in the Oscars so far made you want to go see any of those movies?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the trailers. I keep telling you, it's the trailers that draw me in. I get to see it. Yeah.
I think that's even crazier that you're watching it now. You know the results.
I don't have to sit through 4 hours.
The only reason to watch that show is to have the results.
See, you guys tell me what to fast forward through. You told me
so
all
you
the
want to
bad
watch
stuff.
But
Conan?
don't skip the Bond stuff. You like Bond.
No, skip the Bond
I
stuff.
stop where I want to. They said this is bad. I like Bond.
Cruel
Intentions. But I'm sorry. It's like watching a sporting event where you already know the result.
You just told him if he's watching the Dodgers.
But no. It's not watching the World Series. It's like watching last night's Laker game again when you know the results of the game.
The Oscars are like the World Series. I get to see it again. I want to live it. I didn't get to see it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I'm with you on this.
That's
I don't
crazy.
like that part.
You don't want to watch Fernando throw that no-hitter against the Cardinals in 1990?
I do.
But Sunday's Oscars is not Fernando throwing a no-hitter.
I want to watch Adrian Brody again.
Oh, my gosh. For 5.5 minutes.
On the Samuel, on the bag, double play. If you've got a sombrero, throw it to the sky.
There you go.
Adrian Brody did not a true apology video, but kind of like a, hey guys, I know you were making fun of me video yesterday. He put it on his social media. And he's walking in the middle of the street, bro. He's in the middle of his neighborhood. And you can see he's taking a selfie. He's in the middle of the street.
I like it.
The speech was 5.5?
No, I'm not.
Apology was 6 minutes.
Why are you taking a video in the middle of the street? That's bad pedestrian etiquette. Walk on the sidewalk.
Yeah, get on the sidewalk.
Well, he's two-time Oscar winner.
Well,
Adrian
yeah,
Brody.
he's Adrian Brody. All the cars stop for me.
See, okay, you've had a little bit of that. As a Super Bowl winning football player.
Part of a team, though.
Part of a team,
Yeah,
I understand. But there's a certain amount of
there's some things
stuff
I can
that
get
comes
away
along
with
that. That if I did, it'd be like, dude, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, DeMarco, don't do that, but carry on.
Yeah. But walking in the middle of the street with a selfie, I can't get away with that.
We'll
if I get hit, it's me. Yeah.
We'll see what next Wes Anderson movie Adrian Brody does. Like, I'm just like, okay.
It was today in 2004 that the film version of Starsky and Hutch was released.
Did you like it?
Not especially.
Me either.
Yeah.
Yeah, me either.
Not especially. I liked the TV show Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah, I like seeing the car.
The Gran Torino, right?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
And the movie, not some. I don't even remember what the movie was about.
I just remember it's Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson.
Yes, but
and
tell me.
Snoop was Huggy Bear, right?
He was Huggy Bear.
Yeah.
But tell me, when you saw the intro to that show, you didn't want to do the hood slide.
Oh,
right.
So I'm not a car guy.
You're right.
But I know exactly. And the other one, the same thing, like, I want to do that, and I want that car. People, listen to me. I was 9 years old. Don't hold this against me. The General Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Let's
I'm
go jump something.
I didn't know who General Lee was. I didn't know what the stars and bars was. I just knew that they slid across the hood and the door didn't open.
Right.
That's
There
all I
you
knew.
go.
I wanted that. I don't want it anymore.
Right.
But I wanted it at the
You
time.
get it.
Supercross Talk coming up next.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
That's not my jam. I'm not a glazer.
Yeah, right. You are the king of glazers
That
around
is
here.
so untrue.
It
Who
goes
do I
Sedano,
glaze?
Cappy,
Who do I
Mason,
glaze?
all 1, 2, 3.
Who do I glaze?
Every person that walked. You glazed Mario when he sat there.
You're a little guilty of that. Wait a minute, I'm nice to Mario. I played his song. What am I supposed to do?
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
The best thing about owning a Cadillac Lyriq is owning a Cadillac Lyriq. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Lucky gift giveaway. Get a 4.5 quart ceramic sauce pot when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 11th.
Number 2.
Get your Good Times Pizza Company pizza to go today.
And the number 1 reason.
Ricky Smiley, live March 29th. Get tickets now.
Morongo, the best casino resort in the Southland. Good times.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Want to sell your home because you're downsizing? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell the home that you've inherited? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your home and take advantage of your equity? Call Seller's Advantage. No matter what your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in as little as days or as long as you need. Don't worry about the condition of your home. You don't need to pay for costly repairs because they buy as is. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for over 20 years, focusing on helping sellers get the highest offer possible without having to get it ready for the market or deal with agents or pay commissions. They make selling easy and painless. They'll even offer you a $10,000 advance for moving and other expenses. If it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. Call 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
The CONCACAF Nations League finals arrive at SoFi Stadium March 20th to 23rd. USA versus Panama, followed by Canada versus Mexico. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster. For more information, visit CONCACAFNationsLeague.com/tickets.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger.
Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
How's the painting progress going? You making way?
God,
Is it done?
No, it's not done yet.
Wow.
We're not in the bedroom yet. They're still painting the friggin' bedroom.
Okay.
Then they got the bathroom, so we're in the guest room. And Juan's on the couch, and it's a zoo. We redid the backyard. I mean, all this
What'd
stuff.
you do in the backyard?
We put in the cool sort of turfy thing that they do,
Oh, okay.
the artificial grass.
Yeah.
We did that. It looks really good.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think what else we did. Oh, we did like our steps and our porch and all that stuff. So we've really
All in
worked
prep
our
for the big
asses off.
day.
All in prep. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Will I come in and go, these walls look freshly painted?
I think you will. No, I think ideally you will not even notice.
Okay.
You'll just say, oh, that's a nice house.
Are there any other drinks other than the Mason
Yes.
Old Fashioned?
It's Juan's Cooler.
Okay, go on.
Okay. I forget the ingredients.
Juan's Cooler.
But
Are you having a bartender?
yeah, we got bartenders. So in other words, we've got a Juan's Cooler is either vodka or tequila drink, depending on how you want it.
Yeah.
And so we've got Mason's Old Fashioned, and then Juan's Cooler. He's cooler.
Oh,
Juan's Cooler.
Oh,
I
it's
like
like
that.
it's a sentence.
It's a sentence. Juan's Cooler.
All right.
I like
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Exactly.
And it's
Okay.
Mason's Old Fashioned. Like Mason is
Mason's
old
fashioned.
fashioned.
Yes,
like that
exactly
one.
right.
Yes.
Were you
Exactly
scoping
right.
out his glasses, John? I saw
No,
you
well,
looking-
we had a discussion about readers, and I was just pointing. You got some.
No, this isn't it. This is
Oh.
$12.
Yeah, these are
yeah,
these.
From CVS.
Right, I
these
got
were-
these from Readers.com.
Oh.
They're on sale for $15.
I thought you were
Did you
talking
just
about the
get
other ones.
30 pair lying around the house?
At least.
The part I don't understand is how do you balance? Now, are those gradient or what do they call that? Gradient?
Progressives.
No,
Progressives.
neither.
Yes.
They're bifocals. So here, put these on.
Okay.
If you look straight ahead, they're just glass. Now look down.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
This is
His
what
life-
I need.
Right.
This is exactly.
By the
what
way,
I have 30 pair of them.
Oh yeah.
you
those
put
are
those
great.
on, and you aged 20 years.
Yeah, your eyes get bigger.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Did I age 20
Yes,
years?
but only when you
Put 'em
look
on
down
again.
and you're
Only when he
good.
did this.
Yeah, and your
Yeah.
eyes would
But
magnify.
see, Mace, whenever he wears glasses, he only needs them for like reading,
Yeah.
so he'll wear them like
Yeah.
this. These, you can just leave them on.
I have
on. Oh,
these
those
are
are great.
These are progressives.
Okay.
These have like the top is distance, the middle
Right.
is
See,
like
those look
you.
like normal glasses.
They do.
Yeah,
you
they
look good.
They don't have the line
The
or any
line.
of that
He's
stuff.
got like
Dana
a little
Carvey's
bit bubble
brother.
in him. Yeah.
Who's Dana Carvey's brother?
You.
What?
You look like you think he looks like
sorry,
David?
Drew Carey's brother.
Oh,
the other
Oh, you
guy.
do.
The
You
other
do
guy,
look
not
a
Dana
little.
Carvey.
You got a little Drew Carey going there.
Do I?
Yeah, you look a
Little
little.
bit. You
You look
could.
a little prices.
no.
You
Right.
wish you had his money.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We were talking about it the other day.
Yeah.
That's the best gig in our
Oh,
business,
my
Okay,
right?
well, do you-
game
yes.
show
Game
host.
show host.
Okay,
Yes.
so did you guys know about
Yeah.
this? So Pat Sajak started as a weatherman at KNBC.
Yep.
At Channel 4. And so I had a brief internship over there once, and they filmed Wheel of Fortune in Burbank. And so I got to be friends with a couple of the stage managers. Jeopardy's the same way. Jeopardy, they film in Culver City.
Yep.
So one day I met Sajak. And he was explaining to me that I go, man, you work a lot. He goes, not as much as you think. And I said, what do you mean? He said, I come in 1 weekend a month to do Wheel. Wow. We do, or no, it was 2 weekends a month. So he comes in, he does 5 shows on Saturday in the morning, 5 more in the afternoon, and then comes back and does it Sunday. 5 in the morning, 5 more in the afternoon. That covers the month.
Bam.
Yeah.
There's a month.
And he's
Yep.
done.
Yep.
So, and then they just air them.
And they pay.
Right.
Yeah, they pay.
Wow.
And
That's
they
right. Ryan
pay.
Seacrest might be the richest man in America. He's got
Yeah.
like 19 gigs like that.
Did you guys ever watch? Now, Colin Jost has got Pop Culture Jeopardy. I think it's
Yeah.
on Netflix now. We watched an episode of it. I did not get a single question right.
Really?
You're too old.
Oh, right. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like
Is the pop culture like now? Like would
Yeah.
Emily
Like-
do well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like one of the categories was housewives, and so all the questions were about the real
Housewives.
housewives.
Oh, man,
Right.
bring
Oh,
me.
man. You would be great
Yeah.
on Pop Culture Jeopardy.
That'd be good.
Have you watched it?
Like
The pop culture Jeopardy? Because I see the
Dan
title.
Patrick did
No.
5 years of sports
I did
Jeopardy.
sports
I remember that.
Yeah.
But you mean like the Housewives shows?
Yeah, do you
That's
watch those?
like a category
That was a category
on
from
their
the House.
Jeopardy.
No, I'd be
Emily
lost.
and I would tear that up.
Yeah,
you like
guys
that?
would be
Okay, I'd be
great.
Oh, I
lost.
watch them
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to start with Salt Lake City.
Okay.
It's the shortest and the best.
And they're all train wrecks. They're
Why
all
is it
either
the best?
They're all either going to jail or
Exactly.
going to rehab.
And it's yeah,
And half of
in
them are in
Salt
jail.
Lake City?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's crazy.
and then there's the Mormon stuff in it too, which is always fun
yeah,
to play
like
with.
3 of those girls like used to be Mormon, then left the church, and but
Now they're playing the field.
well, they realized that when they were
The
Mormon,
religion field or the men field?
when they
the
were
men field.
Mormons, they were encouraged to have a lot of sex because Mormons want you to have a lot of
Yeah.
kids.
Right.
And then, so when they left the church, they said, well, I miss all the sex. And so now you
Now
can
you're
imagine what
catching up.
happens next.
Oh.
And then
Oh
Jen
my
Shaw now is
God.
in jail with Elizabeth Holmes from
what?
Theranos.
Wow.
Like what's it? It was like some
Are
sort
they
of fraud.
cellmates?
That'd be awesome.
No, but
There's a
she,
show.
Like Lady
Jen,
Oz?
Jen Shaw, who's one of the original Salt Lake City housewives,
You're in for Lady Oz.
apparently
show.
scammed a bunch of old people and got caught, and it all played out.
Okay.
It all played out on the air. Like the FBI raiding her
Receipts,
was on the
proof,
show.
Timeline.
What was the
Yeah.
first one?
The first one was Beverly,
Beverly
Hills, right?
Hills.
Em?
Beverly
Or was it
Hills.
Orange County?
Orange County.
Oh, it's Orange County. Because
And then I know New York is old too.
it was
like
the
it's been
Real
around for a while.
Housewives of Orange County, and I remember 2 of the housewives very vividly because one of them actively pursued a buddy of mine.
Oh, really?
Okay. Well, and you know, one of them was married to Matt Keogh, the pitcher.
That's the one.
Okay.
Oh.
I went to high school with Matt's younger sister,
Okay.
Rainey.
Okay. So she really liked one of my friends.
Did he make air?
Well, you know, she posed in Penthouse, so
Yeah,
your
yes.
friend could have done much worse.
He did not have trouble meeting people,
Okay.
shall we say? Like
Yeah.
he was the one that just
Did he
people
make
were drawn
the
to.
show?
No,
Oh,
because
okay.
and this was during the show, and he had no interest in that because he
Okay,
was doing
so-
I
just
heard
fine.
Jim
Yeah.
Edmonds made one of the shows. Is
Later,
that
Well,
true?
no,
he
no.
came back later.
His wife,
ex-wife.
his ex-wife,
Oh, my
super
God.
super hot, and Jim got caught. Was it the nanny?
Something
Yes,
like that.
it was
yeah,
the nanny.
and that's over.
Right.
So, Emily, little trivia for you. Jenna Keogh's daughter is best friends with Alex Morgan, the soccer player, and was in her wedding.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that is.
Yeah.
So there you
She
go.
was in the show. The daughter was in the show.
Yeah,
fairly
really
regularly.
cute.
And I went to school and was good friends. Have her number still to this day. Ramona Singer's daughter. Avery Singer.
Okay.
And I met Ramona
She's
in
a New
college.
York housewife.
Because Ramona came into a frat party with us, and at this point, I had not been watching Real Housewives, and so I had no idea who Avery was. I had no idea who Ramona was, and so I just met her mom at a party. I was like, "Oh, hi, this is my mom, Ramona." I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And then after college is when I got into Housewives, and I realized Ramona is crazy.
Yeah, she's nuts.
By the way, Lady Oz has been done. It's called Orange is the New Black.
That's a good one.
I didn't realize that, but that is Lady Oz.
the same thing.
They did Real Housewives Atlanta, right?
They've done Atlanta. They've done Dubai. They've done Salt Lake. They've done Beverly Hills, Orange County.
Bob Whitfield's wife was on there. The football player. I think his ex-wife.
Well, Jen Shaw's husband was a coach at Utah.
And who was it? Was Croy Bierman his
Yeah.
wife?
Wasn't Derek Fisher's wife on it too, or ex-wife?
Yeah.
Well, I think she might have been on Basketball Wives.
Basketball. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Basketball Wives.
But
No,
Bierman's
lost. Not into it.
Bierman's wife.
Bierman. She
She was one of the Real Housewives in Atlanta. They have been split up, and it's super ugly.
She's still going after him. Yeah.
You might be the only person that knows less about this than I do.
I don't.
I only know that.
His
Travis,
partner
I only
watches
know
all
that.
of them.
My partner is like so into. He's so like the TV never leaves Peacock. It just goes.
But John,
John,
you don't do Traders, do you?
No, but I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
because
would
I
love
was gonna
Traders.
say, well, this season is unfortunate because a lot of the housewives get voted off early and unfairly. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Spoiler.
It's been going on for months.
Oh, I don't
he
care
hasn't
if
started
it's a
yet.
spoiler.
Yeah.
I knew
But there are a lot of housewives in
What's
there.
it about?
It's all of the people from all of the shows on a different show.
So it's Big Brother, Survivor, Housewives, Bachelor, Bachelorette, just random famous
All in
people.
one
And
show?
Zac Efron's brother.
Yes, exactly.
Just
Random
randomly.
and
famous
that
people.
is his status on the show? Is
Yes.
that he's
Zac
related
Efron's
to a
brother
famous person?
and a crazy follower of all these shows. So
And very
famous adjacent.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
There you
I
go.
do think Traders is fun. I don't even know anybody that's on Traders.
Do
I
you
know,
watch it?
I do.
Juan has it on, but you know
No,
the
I
storylines.
You know the
actively
storylines.
watch
Okay.
Traders, and it is really entertaining. And I've
Okay.
gotten really into it. And Juan says it's a gateway drug. And the next thing you know, I'll be watching Housewives.
You might be. You
No,
might be.
Not going to happen.
Well, you already have Peacock because
There you
of
go.
Traders, and therefore you're going to go over and watch.
I'll be honest. The FBI raid is the thing that piqued my interest the
Oh, yeah,
most.
that- Oh,
yeah.
There was an on-air.
There was a raid?
Yeah, that's what he just said.
It should have won an Emmy. Honestly, it was fantastic.
The Salt Lake wives, or at least one
They
of
got
them,
raided by the FBI?
On camera.
On camera? Oh,
Yeah.
I got to see this now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got me now. Wow. What else were we talking about? Oh, Luke and LeBron.
Yeah.
Always, every day.
By the way, yeah.
Every day.
Now,
We did
I know
mention
the-
that.
No, we
I
had
know
something-
these names.
we had
These
something to
names
ask
are
you, too.
familiar.
I forgot
Right,
what
no,
it was.
so here's
Or was it Saquon?
here's a byproduct
Yeah.
of the success the Lakers are having. Okay.
Yeah.
So when we go on the road, you can we have I think 11 or 12 road games left, and I think 10 home. I think we have 22 left. I have been hit up for tickets to all 22 games. I don't have access to tickets,
Right.
but people think I do because I'm one of the announcers. So what I can do is offer to buy them from every visiting team gets an allotment.
Yeah.
So got a friend of mine in Boston, wants to go Saturday. I had Chris, who handles tickets for us, send me the prices, and he actually sent me a text before, and he goes, "Get ready for sticker shock." And I go, "Okay." And then he sends me the prices. So I have them in front of me. These are not floor seats. They're not on the lower part of the arena. They're in the loge. So they're not
the 300s, but that level.
like if picture 200s.
Yeah,
like
200s.
at Crypto 200s. Trav, for one ticket, take a guess.
in the 200 level.
Yeah.
One ticket,
Yeah.
$350.
$1,000.
I know.
$2,410.
Wow.
That's nuts.
The Laker Luka effect.
Look at these.
Unreal.
Well, why not just
Look
wait
at
until
that.
the finals? Because we're
Yeah,
going
wait
to
for
get
the
that in
finals,
June.
exactly.
They're going to get to do it
How about that?
all over
And
again.
he prepared
My
me. He
God.
goes, get ready for sticker shock. I go, okay.
2,400, 2,400, 1,600.
By the way, the ones when
Crazy.
as the prices go down,
Yeah.
those are the ones that are on the end of the court.
Oh my God.
So they aren't even that great. And so if you want to, if you're willing to sit behind one of the baskets,
Yeah.
you can get in for 1,110.
Oh, it's a bargain.
Yeah.
Why not take a couple?
For regular season games.
Can you imagine what a playoff game is?
That
gonna be?
reminded me. I need to ask you. I need tickets to the Knicks.
You
to
can